Hello. Hi, guys. If you can hear me, please drop a comment. Can you all hear me? Hi. Oh, wonderful. Okay, so sorry. I've been here for the past few minutes, but then the stuff was just loading and loading and loading. So finally it's connected. So I'm happy we are finally doing this. Hi. Okay, so guys, let's get started because I don't want us to waste a lot of time. Optimizing Upwork takes a lot of time. It's not something you can do within a few minutes. And if I'm to confess, the last time I optimized my Upwork was sometime last year. It's been more than a year. So it's due for optimizing. So I was like, okay, since I need to optimize my Upwork, let me use this opportunity and do this. Thank you. Okay, so let's get started. I will have to share a slide because I prepared a slide so that we don't go off points. Because one thing about Upwork has a lot, okay? And I want today to be specifically optimizing everything, optimizing Upwork profile. If we say we want to do a full class on Upwork, there is a lot. We can be talking of proposal writing, we can be talking of positioning on Upwork, we can be talking of client psychology, we can be talking of optimizing, revamping. We can also be talking about beating Upwork algorithm. Okay, but today is going to be purely about optimizing so that we can make good use of the time we have. Because if we don't have a scope of what we are talking about, we are definitely going to be going off point. And before you know, we spend the whole day and we don't achieve anything. Okay. Maybe someday we can have more classes on other topics, but for today it's purely optimizing. Okay, let me share my screen. I think I'm going to share my whole window. That way, when I'm jumping from one screen to the other. Okay. Okay, let me know if you can still hear me. I think I might need to. Give me a moment. Okay. I'm trying to join with a second screen so that I can keep up with the chat while we are going through the slide and every other screen. Okay. Guys, I'm still here. Okay, so let's go running. Um Okay, so just like I say, today is going to be all about Upwork optimization, the profile optimization, positioning yourself for more invites and better clients. Okay, how to get found by clients without sending 100 proposals. If I'm being right, like if I tell you guys that the last time I sent out a proposal on my Upwork account was sometime last year, I think early last year, and all the jobs I've been doing from, let's say, since I think the last time might be May 2025, and all the jobs I've been doing from May up till now has been, all of them has been direct invites or direct offer. Okay. Since this year, the first time I've sent out proposal this year was 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, yeah, 3 weeks ago. Let's say it's 3 weeks ago. Yeah, say 3 weeks ago. That was the first time I'm sending out proposal this year, and that is because um, something happened, and I've been off work since. I've not been working since April, so I took time off work. And while I was away, my friends were like, a lot is changing on Upwork. These days, you send out proposals and nobody views your proposal. You don't get a response, this, that, and Upwork is changing. And I'm like, wow, that means by the time I get back and um, I want to start new projects, it will be hard for me to get jobs, because I have to take time to learn how the platform is working at the moment before I can get jobs. And then 3 weeks ago, I finally decided I'm ready to start working again. And meanwhile, when I took break from work in April, I ended a lot of my contracts because I have to be very honest with my clients. I told them that I'm taking time off work because of this and that. And those ones that maybe their projects cannot wait, is time sensitive, I have to onboard someone else to replace me while I am away. And for those ones that are willing to wait for me, our contracts were still open. But then now that I'm back, I need to replace those ones that I ended their contracts. So I had to send out some proposals 3 weeks ago. And when I did that, first of all, I sent out two proposals. I got response for two of them. And then I got hired for one that very day. And then the second one, I'm still in the process of the interview because the client was very clear that he won't be hiring until September. So he's just putting out the job post. But he's going to start the interview process proper until September. So when I sent him a proposal, he responded and he told me that right now we are two persons he's considering, but he can't interview us now until September if we are willing to wait. I told him no problem. Whenever he's ready, I'm ready. Now, because I needed one extra job, I sent out another proposal, one proposal, and I got that job. So it just made me realize that it's nothing much changed. It's just the same process, just a little changes here and there. But then we are going to be discussing some of those changes, if not all the changes today. Okay. The only change we are not going to be talking about is proposals or maybe hiring process, but anything concerning Upwork optimization, optimizing your profile, we are going to be talking about it today. Okay. Someone said she can't hear me. If you can hear me, just say hi in the comments, please. I want to be sure I'm carrying everyone along. Okay, yeah, thank you. So what's changed on Upwork? Okay, so one of the things I heard when I was away that is that these days clients are hiring with AI. Okay, Upwork Uma, they are now hiring with AI. You send out proposals, they don't view it. It is the AI that reads your proposal, which is correct. Yeah, because the job I told you I got hired that particular day, when I sent the proposal, it was the AI that first responded to me, then before the client responded. So I can see that that client was hiring with AI as well. So that is one of the things that changed on Upwork. But then, what are the things that this AI are looking at whenever you send out proposals? The first thing they look at is your profile. What is your positioning? How did you position your profile? What are the keywords in your profile? Then they look at your recent work, your job history. What jobs have you done? Is it related to whatever they are hiring for? What did your past clients say? That is the client's feedback. What is your job ethics like? And then the next thing is your proposal. Do you understand the job description? What is your proposal saying? Okay. Now, the key takeaway is that every section of your profile has to earn its place. Okay, you have to be intentional with every aspect of your profile, and that is the only way it ranks well. We are going to be getting into all that. So another thing that changed on Upwork is specialized profiles. Now, for people in my community, this was a big issue for them because before the profiles were wiped out, um, it came up. People, they were like, Ella, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? They're rolling away specialized profiles. And I told them that actually I love that they're removing specialized profiles because why? It's not really doing much. Apart from creating extra space for you to put in keywords to maybe help your account to rank, specialized profiles are not doing much for you. Now that they have removed it, it's even easier for you to niche down to or let's say it's even easier for your profile to rank now than before. So we'll get to that. Boosted profiles. So boosting, it's been there for a long time. Okay, you can boost your profile with connects, yes. But then what is this place saying? That if your profile is weak and you are boosting it, you are wasting connects. Because yes, um Upwork is going to show it to more clients, but then those clients are going to bounce. They will see your profile, they will not click on it, they will not do anything. Even if they click into your profile, they will still leave because your profile is not converting. Okay, it's not doing anything for them, it's not converting, it's not speaking to their problems or anything. So if you're boosting your profile, make sure it's ranking well. And then another thing is, previously you can boost your profile without adding videos, but now if you are boosting, you will see an option for you to add video. Do that. Okay, if you're going to use your connect to boost, make sure to utilize every aspect of it. So add your videos when boosting. Anyway, let's move on. The next thing that changed, okay, this is not really change, but then it's changed because there are a little more changes to it. What we call niche density, and this is related to the whole removal or specialized profiles. So now only profiles that are niche dense, yes, niche dense, they are the ones that will show up more on Upwork search. So what do we mean by niche density? How focused your whole profile is. Every section of your profile, your title, your overview, your skills, your portfolio, your job history, they must point to a particular niche. So instead of spreading yourself thin, you are a video editor, you are a graphic designer, you are a virtual assistant, all in one profile. It's better for you to just pick one or pick related skills and specialize there because that is the only way your profile can rank. So what happens when you stretch yourself thin or you stretch your profile thin is that the algorithm cannot confidently categorize you as a specialist in anything. Okay. Yes, you know you are a video editor, you are a virtual assistant, you are a graphic designer, you are a web developer, but you're a web developer, but at the end of the day, when a client searches for maybe a graphic designer or a video editor, is not going to pick up your profile because to Upwork AI, you are doing a lot of everything and you are not a specialist in whatever the client is looking for. Remember, Upwork favors clients more than freelancers. So, but for somebody that has everything about video editing on their profile, the algorithm is going to, or the AI is going to rush and pick up that profile as um, the specialist to show to the clients. For those asking, this YouTube live, so it's going to be recorded. Then semantic profiles. So sorry, semantic portfolio. So what does this mean? It means that you every part of your portfolio should be utilized to speak to the client's need. You know, before or previously, you can just upload a video or upload a picture, a PDF, a file. You can just upload it into your portfolio and just write maybe logo design, website design, calendar management, and nothing more. And Upwork is still going to be ranking your profile, but it's no longer like that now. Your portfolio must speak to a client's need. So what is it saying? Upwork AI now reads the text around your portfolio. So it's no longer just looking at the visuals, it's now looking at the problem, how, what problem did you solve for the client, what kind of work was that, how well did it turn out. So a portfolio with just a screenshot or a one line text like logo design carries no semantic meaning. It's not going to rank anything, it's not helping your profile. Okay, so there's nothing for the algorithm to extract about the problem you solved or the value you delivered. So it's just a waste of space. Now, another ranking factor, endorsed by clients. I don't know if a lot of you are seeing that, but these days, Upwork is now attaching soft skill tags to jobs you successfully delivered. Now, how does it do that? Now, okay, we'll get to that. I might as well show you show you this. I have to open up Upwork. Okay, okay, so this is what I'm saying. All right, good. So if you can see this, let me increase this. Okay, so if you can see this, you can see endorsed by clients. Are you seeing that? Endorsed by clients. Now, Upwork attached these soft skill tags. Can you see this? This freelancer follows through on commitments and consistently delivers on time. You can see soft skills that it is attaching to my whole profile. Now, if you successfully complete a job, please tell your clients to not just give you a five-star review. They should go ahead and add at least a two-line sentence talking about how you helped them, because it helps you a lot. Now, I've done projects in the past that my client just gives me five-star without adding any statement. Now, let me show you one. You see this is a five-star. In fact, this particular client hired me three times. I completed three different projects for this client. Now, I think he gave me review in the first one. He dropped a very fine, testimonial in the first one. Then now this is the second project. We completed this project, and he needed to open a third one for us to work on. So he just gave me a five-star without, commenting again. But now this is not useful to me. Now, the Upwork algorithm is not going to be counting this as anything for me. The only thing this particular one helps me with is my job success score. But apart from that, it's not ranking anything in my profile. Now, see this one that they left a review for me, endorsed by client. Now, let me show you another thing. One other thing about this is if the client left only one line sentence, is not adding anything, it has to be at least two sentence long. The testimonial has to be at least two sentence long. Now, look at this. Great work. It's added nothing. Let's look for the one that have at least two sentences. Now, this is two sentences. Great work. I'll definitely work with her again in future. Endorsed by client. So make sure that you ask them for reviews. And please tell them not to just drop maybe one sentence or one statement or whatever. They should make it at least two statements. Great work. I'll definitely hire again. It's better than just giving you five-star, because this ranks, and you can see the skill tag, committed to quality. From what the client said, they already know this great work. I'll hire again. That means I deliver the quality work. So this is another thing you need to pay attention to, and is what is your profile at the moment. Now, if you look at this Upwork summary, you see that the projects that Upwork AI talked about here are the ones that they left me a review for. But these ones that just gave me five-star without anything, like this one, these ones, it did not rank it. This one is just one statement, so nothing. This one just five-star. So please ask your clients for review, okay? Not just to rate you five-star. Ask them to add at least a two-line statement to whatever they are dropping for you. All right, let's go back. I don't want this. Okay, specialized profiles, semantics. Good. So we are here. So that is it for endorsed by clients. So 5-star review with no comments, still counts towards your job success score, but it doesn't earn you soft skill tags. Now, job success score. Before now, once anything happens to your JSS score, your JSS, you like, um, it's as if your own is finished on Upwork, but it's no longer like that. If you have at least a 90% job success score, Upwork algorithm is still picking up your profile. So Upwork algorithm, you are still doing very well. Okay, just try as much as possible not to let it get below 90%. Okay. Um, yeah, you need to. So biggest mistake freelancers are making. I'm just rushing this part so that we get into the practical aspects. So the biggest mistakes most of us are making, I know I made them in the beginning, but then I learned my lesson and I'm doing my own thing now. So we use generic titles. I'm a virtual assistant. I'm an executive assistant. I am this and that is just it. Now you don't ask yourself, is this the exact keyword my clients or my target audience are searching? So don't use generic titles, or you even see some that will say something like exceptional virtual assistant. No clients will come on Upwork search and search exceptional. You are wasting it. So you are wasting that space to put in key things that your clients are searching for. Okay. Now you see, trying to offer everything. You can't be jack of all trade on Upwork. You have to specialize. Okay. Optimizing for what sounds good. Just like I said, some people will come and say exceptional detail oriented virtual assistant. That is not what your clients want to hear. Okay. Copying other freelancers oh, this is worse. You see, I know when I was starting out, I was advised to, when we were one of the Upwork optimization class I did at the beginning of my career, I was told to, okay, go on Upwork, look for all these well-to-do freelancers, copy their profile and use, or let's say, try to mimic whatever they are doing. But then we forgot that these people has been on Upwork when it was not even competitive. You don't know the amount of proposals these people are sending out to get jobs, and you think their profile is converting, and then you go and copy their profile when maybe they're sending maybe 10 to 20 proposals every day, and you are not sending, you want your clients to send you direct invites, and you are copying profile of somebody that doesn't get invites. It doesn't work that way. Now, writing, okay, now if you are a lot of persons, when I see their description, their Upwork description, it just doesn't make sense. And I keep wondering, if this doesn't make sense to me, how is it supposed to make sense to clients? Okay, how is it supposed to make sense to clients? I hire for my clients on Upwork, and I see a lot of profile. Sometimes some of the clients I work for, they don't post jobs. They will just tell me, go on Upwork and search for who can do the job. Okay, and then I visit profiles. I just search the keywords I need. Profiles that pop up, I visit the profile. If your profile doesn't speak to me, why will I send you an invite or even message you or anything? So write, if you're writing your anything on your profile, it should always speak to the client needs. Now, a lot of us are ignoring keywords. We are more focused on writing beautiful beautiful profiles, and we forget that keywords are very important, because that is how the AI is going to help you. If the keyword is not there, the system is not going to rank your profile. Now, not positioning themselves properly. Now, this is more like a topic, a different topic on its own. Positioning on Upwork is a different topic on its own. And I see a lot of, see, if I'm starting freelancing all over again today, if I create a new Upwork account today, Believe you me, if I tell you I'm going to get at least 2 jobs before the end of 1 month, I am going to do that. And if I decide to even open an account just to position myself as a virtual assistant, I will still do very well, no matter how saturated it is. Everything is all about positioning. Maybe we'll touch on that, but I'm not sure. We'll touch on it because if we are talking of optimizing, we are definitely going to touch on it, but not in depth. Okay. Now, optimizing for freelancers and not clients. Of course, a lot of us are doing it. Now, the new rule of Upwork: visibility, discovery, invite. Now, if your profile is not visible, if it's not well optimized, there is no way you will get invites. There is no way you will get invites. There is no way you will get direct messages. And there is no way you will even get to interview stage because you need visibility before you will be discovered by clients. Okay. And then the only way you get to this stage is maybe you are going through jobs and you are sending out proposals. That is the only way you can get here. But if you just optimize your profile and say I'm waiting for direct invites, you will never get here if you don't have visibility. Now, if clients cannot find you, there is no way you get profile views, of course. There is no invites, no interviews, and no hires. Okay, so before we start optimizing, here are 5 questions we need to answer. Okay, what do you do? We need to start asking ourselves these questions because what I know is what I do. Okay, what I know is what I do. What I know is the how I help my clients. I know their problems and how I can solve it. I know who can afford my services, and I also know why my clients choose me. But then a lot of you knows that I want to be known as probably a web developer, right? You are maybe a web developer. So what you do is web development, right? Who do you help? Who is your ICP? What kind of people do you help develop websites? What kind of businesses do you serve? That is, who do you help? So you can be thinking about this as we are speaking, or yeah, it's up to you. Or you can write down the questions so that because when we get to the optimization part, you will need to answer these questions in whatever you are doing. Okay. What problems do you solve? Now, anybody can design websites. You are a web developer, right? Website designer. Anybody can develop websites. Anybody can design websites. But then what makes you different? Because okay, these days now AI is even designing websites. So why will a business owner who have access to different kind of AIs leave those AI and hire you? Who can afford your services? You are not meant to serve every client. You are not meant to serve every customer. You should have your ICP. You should niche down your ICP. Personally, I know the kind of clients I serve. I know what their budget, more like what their budgets are. And tomorrow, you will not see me maybe raise my rates to something I know my target audience cannot afford, right? Now, if any of you have gone through my profile before or you follow me on LinkedIn or anything, you will notice that I always, whenever I'm writing, I always mention small businesses, startups. And now, a lot of persons have told me that, if I am you that have earned this much on Upwork, by now my rate will be maybe $60 per hour, $100 per hour. But can my target audience afford that? That is another question. That is why I say you don't need to follow the crowd. You should have your ICP. Your ICP is your ideal customer profile. Ideal customer profile. Your target audience. You should know them. Who is your target audience? Who is your target client? So you should know who your ICP is. Yes, people that have people that their profile is as rich as mine on Upwork, their rate is up to 40 something now. Some of them 60. But I can't hike my rate like that because my target audience is different from theirs. If tomorrow I decide that I'm done with small businesses and startups and now I want to work with the medium scale businesses, I want to work with maybe well established businesses, omo, I'll hike my rates because now I know they can afford any amount I put there. But most of the my ICPs, people that are mostly solopreneurs or small business owners who are overwhelmed by the whole business structure, managing their business by themselves. So I can't put my rate at that at maybe $50 per hour. I can't. Now, why should clients choose me? If you take time to go through my maybe the reviews my clients drop me, you might be able to pick out why they always choose me. You know, people in my community, I mentioned it in the training we had last time. They know why they choose me. You will always see it. If any of them drops comments, if two of my clients drop comments, at least one of them is going to mention that particular reason. Anyway, that is for me and my clients to know. All right, let's move on. Good. Now, a lot of profiles I see on Upwork, um you'll see someone, okay, let's just say difference between a bad profile and a good profile. A bad profile, let's say a bad profile in this case is people that are not positioning, they are not well positioned, or they have not niched down. You know, right now after they scrapped specialized profiles, when I go on Upwork, I see someone, you are under one profile, you are seeing web developer, you are seeing marketer, then you are seeing maybe social media manager under one profile. Are you not confusing Upwork algorithm at this point? You are confusing both the AI, you are confusing clients, you are confusing yourself. So your profile is not positioned well. So who okay, the bad one is someone that comes on Upwork and then their title is just reading maybe business developer or whatever they position themselves as a business developer, right? But the good one is someone that position themselves, they know their ICP. Now, this person is a business developer, good, but his or her ICP are venture-backed startups or fund managers. Believe you me, if any client that fits this profile should search for a business developer on Upwork, Upwork algorithm is going to pick up this person's profile because what? They position themselves as the business developers for venture-backed startups and fund managers. Now, another bad example is someone that positions themselves as a graphic designer. You design all kinds of graphics, right? Good. But someone else is positioning themselves as a brand designer for coaches and consultants. Brand designing is a specialty under graphic designing. So while you are positioning as a general graphic designer, someone is positioning as a brand designer for coaches and consultants. Are we seeing the difference? Now, before we go into profile auditing, profile optimization, what are we going to be looking at? If you say you want to optimize your profile today, you must touch these 8 areas. First one is your title. Second one is your overview. Your overview is your profile description, okay? Third one is your skill section, your portfolio section, your employment history. Now, this employment history is one place that is always neglected. Let me show you guys. Now, this is the employment history. It's not here, oh, not this one. See your employment history down here. You see this place is always neglected. Which is not supposed. Even my own is not good enough. I'll still work on it. Pardon me. But then that place is very important. Okay. Now, let's start this. All right. So, let's start this. Okay. I don't know why this is playing when I don't need it to be playing. whatever. Now, let's just continue back. So, employment history, your rates, your photo, your this race is a whole different topic on its own. Pricing yourself on Upwork. I don't need to go into it in detail because this class is not about it. Now, your photo and catalog. Your catalog is your project section. You see here, you see here, this is your project section, your catalog. Okay. Now, how do you pick a niche? Before you start optimizing on Upwork, you need to pick a niche. You need to niche down. Okay, just like what I was saying, one person you under one person's profile, I was seeing web developer, designer, marketer. Like the day I saw this one, I had to use it as an example because this person, believe you me, can never get invite on Upwork. This person can never, like no clients will, even if this person boosts their profile, no clients will visit that profile and hire them. It's not possible. The only way this person can get jobs on Upwork is if they apply to jobs and maybe their proposal is good enough and the client hires them. But any clients that visits their profile can never be converted. So it's not possible. The profile is unfocused. Okay, so you need to niche down. Okay, so just like what I was saying, when I was starting out, we were told to, go to Upwork, look for people in your niche, look for those ones that are doing so well, and then copy their approach, or maybe try to mimic their profile. You can copy it, go to AI, tell AI to rewrite it to fit you. But then it doesn't work that way because most of these people they joined Upwork when Upwork was not competitive, and no matter how they position themselves, they were getting clients. Okay. And at this point, a lot of them, their profile is not doing well, but they are still getting clients. Why? Because I know I've mentioned this in my community before. There are people that there are clients that they don't hire anyone. Like when they want to hire, they will first of all check your if you have a badge. You must be a top rated. One of my clients is just like that. Anyone I'm hiring for this particular client must be top rated. That is one of his rules. The person must have earned up to $10,000 dollars on Upwork. The person must have completed at least 5 jobs. Those were the rules he listed out to me. So whenever I'm hiring, I follow those rules. Now, there are clients like this and they hire this kind of people, and to you, you will feel like they're doing very well, their profile is doing very well, and you go and copy them, and you don't have the filter that these clients use whenever they are searching for um freelancers to hire. So don't copy these people. Rather, we are going to learn how to set up our profile by ourselves. Okay. So what did I say? We'll mind what your ideal clients are searching for right now. So there are two methods I do this. Usually, before this is the method I normally use before, this particular method one. But now I mostly just use method two. So because to me method two is faster, but it's not everyone that have access to clients accounts. So for people that don't have access to clients accounts, you can use method one. When I started out less than 2 years ago, this was the method I was using and it was working for me very well. Okay, still the same thing. The keywords you are going to get here is the same keywords you are going to get here. Okay, it's just arriving at the same destination from two different paths. Okay, so method one is you have to go to Upwork, save 20 real jobs, or like search for jobs in your niche or whichever niche you want to position yourself in. You copy the jobs, both the job title, the description, the skills, and you paste them into ChatGPT and ask it to find the most repeated keywords and phrases. Okay. Now, the second method is to use Upwork client accounts. Then you search for core services in your niche. For instance, if you're a project manager, you search for project manager, and then you are going to see a lot of freelancers who are project managers, right? You see that page one and page two. You are going to, okay, let's try it out. So you are going to search for that, open the skills and expertise tab or section, then copy out the repeated skills and then rank it from highest to the lowest. Now I have this prompts I use whenever I was using the when I was using this is the prompts I use in ChatGPT, but we'll get to that. So let's go Upwork. So we're here in Upwork. We want to try out method one, right? Initially I wanted to optimize my whole profile on this call, but it's going to take us a lot of time. Optimizing profile takes time. Any day I want to optimize my profile, I can do it from morning till night because there's a whole lot of things that needs changes. But then we are going to try as much as we can on the call. So we'll go to find work. We are here. Now I position myself as an operations business manager, project manager, executive support, right? If you look at my job search, my best match, you're going to see something that there are jobs I can do very well. So I have trained Upwork algorithm over time to understand the kind of work I do. So you can't see any job that I cannot do on this feed. Lila, it's not possible. So Upwork understands me very well at this point. So let's go back. Now I want to, let's say we want to position as project manager. But in this case, um, because after they rolled out specialized profile, there's something I told people in my community before, that you can actually be rendering three different services under one profile, and it's very important. Why? For someone who is a project manager, for me personally, I am a project manager, I'm a business manager, business slash operations manager, and I do high level executive support. Okay, these three things. Now, before now, they each of these skills has their own profiles, but after they removed specialized profiles, I have to come here and fit in those three job description into one profile. So now you can see operations and business manager, executive assistant, project manager, right? But then I didn't change much here. I didn't change much here, but then it still works. Why did it work? Because these three things, these three skills are related. Executive assistant is more like a younger sister to operations and business manager. Is a younger sister to it. It's a younger sister to project manager. Okay. So now that is the only way I can fit it in here. But for someone who is a web developer who is also into digital marketing and is also into maybe graphic designing, you can't do this thing that I did. You cannot. You must pick one. Just pick one. Okay, just pick one. You can pick web designing. You say, okay, web designer, Shopify, and e-commerce, whatever is better for you. Or you can pick marketing, digital marketer, um, what is it again? Google Ads Manager, whatever is better for you. Or you can pick graphic designing, brand designer, this and that is better for you. Okay, so instead of having three skills that are not related, just pick one of it. One is broad enough for you to specialize in. Web designing is broad enough for you to specialize in. um Digital marketing is broad enough, but you can't use three of them at the same time. Now I am doing these three because they are related to each other. They are, in fact, the job what is it called, responsibilities is similar, just in different level. That is just it. As an executive assistant, I am managing, let's say, C-level executives. I'm managing high profile individuals. I am assisting them. What am I assisting them with? Project management, with a lot of things, even, administrative support and a whole lot of things. As a business manager, operations manager, this time around, I'm not answering to my executive again. The only difference is here, my executive tells me what to do and I do it. But here, I am now my executive's strategic partner. I am now the one telling my executive, see oh, if we want to achieve this vision, we need to do this and do that. And you say, I think you are right, let's do it. So I'm not waiting for my executive to give me tax. I am the one that is now giving other people tax. So that's similar. The same thing with project management. The difference between project management and business management or operations management is that project has a timeline. Project can be 1 month, it can be 1 year, it can be 5 years, but it has beginning and it has end. But it's the same thing. So that is exactly what I'm saying. For someone that offers skills that are similar to each other, you can manage and put them under one profile. But someone that your skills are quite different, that do a whole different niche, you have to specialize in one. Okay, let's go back. I was saying something. Let's go back to find work. So now let's say yes, let me look for jobs in project management. I want to manage projects. I want to position as a project manager, and I'll come here and search for project manager, right? So let's search for project manager. Someone says he's a data analyst. How will he niche down? So for data analyst, anyway, let's just wait till the end of this class. Maybe by the end of this class, you will be the one telling me what you will niche down to, because you would have understood easily how to go about it. Now, I said I want to niche down as a project manager, so I searched for jobs in project management. Now, are you seeing these skills? This is what I mean. Project management, logistics management, strategic planning, business operations, process infographics. This is one. Project management, project scheduling, project management. So what we are doing basically is we will copy like 20 to 50 jobs under project management, and then we'll go to ChatGPT. So let me open a document. This is method one. We are looking at method one. In fact, there are three methods. I think during the last class, I taught my people in my group the other method, but now they can still use this one, this method two and method three. Anyone? Okay. So this first one, strategic operations and special project manager. Let's open it. So now I'm going to copy all these things. I'm going to copy from here. You see these skills and expertise. I'm going to copy from here up to here, and then go to my documents and paste. This is the first job. PDF. Strategic. Yeah. So this is the first one. Let's go and search for more. I might not copy up to 20 because we have just very little time. So technical project manager. Let's say I don't want this one because I don't want anything technical. Let's look for another one. I like this one, client success manager. I'll go for it. Now, do you know why I said I don't like this one, this technical manager? Now, if you notice the way I positioned as a business manager, operations manager, project manager. So common sense should tell you that I want to be working for businesses only. I don't want anything outside of a business setting. So I'm positioning myself as a project manager for business owners. So any kind of project you are doing in your business, I can work as your project manager. Now, as a technical project manager, it can be outside of a business setting. It can be maybe something like you can even work under construction project management and so many other things. So I don't want that. I only want projects under, like, I only want digital projects and business projects. So I will skip this one and move to the next one. This client success is it's already to it's already let you know that this has to do with business. So I'll open this one. I like this one, so I'll open it. You're not a personal assistant, you're not a strategist, you're not a marketer. Come on, I like this. So I'll go here, copy from this skill, whatever section up, then go to my documents and paste it again. Good. So go back and search for more. So agency operations manager, head of operations for growing, whatever, project management. So you can see a distributed team of project managers, whatever. So I can also copy this one. Just like I told you guys, project management and operations management, they're almost the same. The only difference is that one has a timeline. Okay, it has a timeline. So I'll copy this one and paste, and then go back. So this one is project manager for operations setup. I can still take this. This is good. I like it. This is the kind of job I do. So go back, copy from skills and expertise, and all. Good. So let's say we have gotten up to 20 or even 30 or up to 50. If I am to optimize my profile today, I can even copy up to 50. Okay, because I need to be sure that whichever skills I'm putting in my profile is actually skills that a lot of clients are searching for. So let's say I've gotten 20 or even 30 or even 40 jobs here. Now let's go back to our slide. So now to be able to extract these, let me open my prompts. So now the prompt says yeah, it says you have to search for 20 to 50 jobs in your niche. Now, once you have gotten them, so the prompt says, I want to optimize my profile. This is not really necessary. My Upwork profile. I will provide 20 to 50 job description in my niche, my job title and code, whatever, whatever. Now, you copy this. Right now, we are trying to extract the keywords, right? This prompt is for extracting the keywords. And if you read the prompt very well, let's go and see. So please identify the most recurring keywords, the most recurring phrases, the most recurring client pain points, the most requested deliverables, the most requested tools and platforms, the most common industries hiring for this role, common client outcomes they want, the skills that appear most frequently, and the exact language clients are using when searching for freelancers. This is what we are. So yeah, so let's go back. We'll have to go to ChatGPT or whatever AI you are using. You can use Cloud, you can use any AI that you like. So we paste the prompts. I've pasted my prompts. Now the next thing is to go and copy the jobs we got. So these are the jobs. So I'll copy it. Or you can either copy it or you can download this and bring it into attach it as a document for ChatGPT. But just let me just paste it here. Doesn't really matter. So paste and then search. What is it doing? Okay. This thing has left me behind though. Left what I asked you to do and you are doing another thing. Let's go back. I want you to optimize. I want to optimize your thing. Oh, sorry. It's actually my fault. Stop. So let's go down. So let me remove this number. Let me remove this number because I didn't attach up to. So go down to here. Where did this thing start? Oh, Ella, what did you copy? Hmm? God have mercy. Come here. Copied nonsense. Okay, so copy this. I copied the job description 2 times. I mean, I copied the prompt 2 times. I didn't give it the job descriptions, the job post we got from Upwork. So now I can say, here are the job posts. Job posts. Yes, someone just told me in the group that I didn't copy the job post. I've noticed that, my dear. Okay, so here is the job post. I just copied it and then I'll paste it. So good. Now, another thing I will do, because this is AI and you know AI misbehaves, I told it I was supposed to give it 20 to 50. So I'm going to remove this number so that it doesn't end up telling us that we need to bring more. Then for the job title, I I don't want to. Okay, now I told it I will give it the okay, yeah, these the job titles, yes. So we can now send. Okay, so it says I analyze the 4 job whatever you posted and this. So the top recurring keywords are project management, frequency 4/4. So it appeared in 4 of those posts. Uh, Yeah, I'll give you people the prompts. I'll give you names 4/4, project manager, project management 4/4, processes 4/4. Uh, so you can see how long the skills that it's picked up and how many times they appeared. So now it's even telling that these are high priority because this out of the 4 job posts that I posted, its project management appeared 4 times, so it's high, which means we must make use of project management. We'll make use of operations, systems, processes, deadlines. Okay, deadline appeared 3/4, workflow 3/4, SOPs 3/4, um, deliverables 3/4. So this one 2/2. You see the way it's ranked it for us. Now down here, top recurring phrases, project management again, operations and business operations. You can see this. So it's almost the same. Then recurring skills, project management, operations, you can see. Now, if you are optimizing, you must make use of, you see these top ranking ones, you must make use of it. You must make use of it. Business process development, you must make use of it because they're all 4/4, 4/4, 4/4. You can see these ones are 3/4. If we have copied up to 20 or even 50, we would have gotten much. You would have seen a lot of, maybe you would have been seeing something like the first time I did it, I copied up to I think I copied 30 something job post that day. So I was some skills were giving me 34/34. Some were giving me 30/34. Some were giving me 29 over. Now you can see that those are top ranking skills. They are very top ranking. And when we are optimizing, we need about 20 of those skills. Now, out of those 20 skills, 15 is your top ranking. Those 15 is what you will use in your skill section. But the remaining 5 you can use when you are like in your description. You will use both the 15 and the extra 5 when you are writing your job description, your profile description. But in your skill section, your top 15 is what you're going to use there. Okay. So we can see how you can find your skills. The skills you are going to put where here. Where is this? So this is how you find the skills you're going to be putting here in your skill section here. Why is this thing running up and down? Yeah, the skills you're going to put here. This place allows you to put only 15 skills. So your top 15 will go here. Okay. And then the remaining five, I told you you are going to pick out 20 out of, no matter the number of skill ChatGPT gave you, you are not going to use all of them. It's not possible. Don't even do it, because when you use all of them, you are not niching down anymore. So you are going to bring out your top 20. The top 15 will go under your skill section. The other five plus your top 15 will now be used when you'll be writing um your profile description. Okay. So our second method, do I need this again? No. So our second method is to use a client's account. So let's go and use client account. Which of my client's account am I going to use? No, 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 no. Okay, let me use this client account. I have a lot of messages I need to respond to here. So we'll go to talents. So we are going to be hiring. We are going to be searching for jobs and proposals, post a job, search for talents. So we are going to go to search for talents. I don't even need to go there. You can just use this button you have up here. And then let's search for project manager again. For the person that is a data analyst that was asking me how he's going to niche down, later you can come on Upwork and search for data analysts, see what they're doing. But I believe by the end of this class, you will know exactly how to niche down. Oh, oh my God, project analyst. God have mercy on me. All right. I need a project manager, not project analyst. So another thing is, when clients are looking for freelancers they want to hire, they will not come on Upwork and search for they won't come on Upwork and search for maybe exceptional project manager. No, they will not come on Upwork and search for maybe the problem, which the project they want the project manager to handle might be maybe CRM setup. They will not come on Upwork and search for CRM setup. No, rather they will come here and search for project manager with or they might even add something like with CRM, maybe, or project manager for CRM setup. This is what they will type for CRM setup. Good. You see this person? This is what I mean by when somebody niches down. This person is a project manager, but what kind of he added tools he uses for project management, okay? Like software PM, BA, agile and ClickUp experts. Now see another person, Monday.com experts, Monday CRM, Monday whatever, whatever. See another one, AI and Agile project manager, operations and automation specialist. Now, if you read these people's, okay, look at their skill section: CRM development, CRM software. Are you seeing what is popping up here? Now, this person, you can see digital project manager, IT project management. All these things is because of the way he positioned. If you even read the insights, built Monday CRM, let me read this person. Design scalable systems for remote teams, implement agile project management and ClickUp workflow. You can see. So all these things is how you position. This person is the executive assistant and operations manager, has NXA go high level CRM automation. Good. Remember what I told you about operations management and project management? They are similar, they are the same thing. The difference is one is ongoing, one have a timeline. Okay. Now, this person, executive assistant, CRM specialist, project manager. Now, this person is my kind of person. You know, she has different skills that are interrelated, and she has to factor all of them into one profile. Okay, so that is why it's working for her. You can see she showed up on the first page. It's working for her. Now, the same thing. If you scroll down, you'll see more. Small business coaching, operations and project manager. Good. Now, if you read the Upwork Insight, remember what I told you about what Uma looks at before they will send your profile to a client. They look at what your title, they look at your job history, your skills, and your portfolio. And now, if you read these insights you are seeing here, you will see that it is gotten from these four sections. If you read all these insights, it's gotten from the four sections. And when clients are looking to hire, this is what they will come here. A lot of them are not going to even open your profile. But if they even open it, they will read your title, they will read your profile description, and they will go to your job history section to see the jobs you have done and what clients were saying about you. But when they are sending out invite, let's say a client creates a job post and needed to invite freelancers, this is most likely what they will be reading. These insights you are seeing here. And this is those four sections I mentioned is where Upwork is pulling these insights from. So they will read this insight, okay, this person qualifies, they will invite you. If okay, invite to job, they will invite to job, they will read you. So this is exactly how it works. They will read, they will invite you, they will read, they will invite you. Good. So now I'm searching for project manager, right? I'm not searching for CRM. I just want to be a general project manager. I don't want to specialize just for CRM. So let's say project manager, for example. All right. So these are the top skills. This is what I say you should look at. You see this skill that is showing up here. This is what is important. One, two, three, four, five. So you copy these five. Let's see. So you copy these five. You can just copy it, don't worry. Or you can write it out anyhow you want to do it. Um, Let me delete this and still use the same documents. Control V. So I will delete these ones and leave just the skills that I need. So these the five skills, one, two, three, four, five. So we'll go back and look for more. So I'll copy these five again. How many can one, two, three, four, five, six. So what these skills are doing is for project manager, why these people are ranking on this, one of the reasons they are ranking on this first page is these skills you are seeing here. And that is why they are showing you. If you open their profile, they did not arrange their skill like this. You see this person, let's open this person's profile. Project planning, project management professional. These are his first three. Let's open the profile and see how he arranged his skill. Let me view full profile. Please, network, you have to be faster. I don't have time for all these ones. Okay, this is good. This is good. Do you see how work is highlighting his profile, all these skills that are relevant to project management? You see how he did not highlight this strategy because it's not relevant. See how he highlighted all this one. See these two. See project management, and he didn't highlight these ones. Now let me go to and view the full profile. Good. Did you see how he arranged his skill? The first skill here is project planning, sprint planning, project management, digital project management. But when I searched for it, you see the ones that are showing up: project planning, project management, project management professional. So that is why I told you that don't open their profile. This is what is important. You see these ones that are ranking here is what is important, and that are the ones you are going to be copying. Copy these ones, project management, whatever, whatever, copy it, copy this, copy this. So when you have copy it for the first page, then copy it for the second page, the third page, second page, and also copy it for the third page. Anything after the third page, let it be. Don't copy those ones. Okay. So copy these 3 pages and paste in your documents. Then you take it to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT that these are the skill. Okay, let me see. Do I have a prompt for this? Okay, title to my keyboard mining. No. Anyway, Sha, just copy it and tell ChatGPT to, let's say you have copied all for the first page, the second page, the third page, right? Now you copy it and go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to that you see this list of skills, please arrange them based on the most recurring. Okay, so ChatGPT is just going to tell you which one that appeared more. It will arrange it for you. Then you will see your top 15 or your top 20. Copy it out. Those are the skills you are going to be ranking for. Now, for someone like me that is not just a project manager, I'm an executive assistant, and I'm also a operations manager and business manager. I need to rank for those three. And funny enough, if you see these ones we are ranking for here, if I search for executive assistant, believe you me, you see project management, you see operations management, they will still rank high for executive assistants. If I search for operations, those two are still going to rank high for it. So that is why I said, even if you are going to optimize your profile to still offer up to 3 services, they have to be services that are related to each other, because that is the only way you can rank high. Okay, that's the only way you can rank high. So you can do it for all the skills you want to rank high for. If you are a web developer, you don't need to you search. If you're a web developer, you search for ones that you rank high there, and use it and optimize your profile. Now let's move on. I'm just going to use the skills it gave me here for, let's say, this top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let me go to the skill parts. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So here, these are the 15 top rating, the 15 top skills. Now, I don't have up to 20 because, of course, I only copied 4 jobs, but you are going to be having more. So you mark your top 15 and then mark extra 5, okay? And then we'll move to the next part, which is optimizing. Let me go back to my freelancer account. Now we'll go to the next part, which is optimizing our profile description. No, the title is the next one, because of course you can't jump to profile description with the title, because whatever you have in your title is going to be determine what you have in your description. So let's go for title now. Where is my prompt? Let's remove this by the side. Okay, now we'll go to title optimization prompts. Now, this time around, I'm telling AI that I want to write an Upwork profile title that is optimized for Upwork search, UMA work agents, client searches, keyword relevance, and niche density. I already told you guys what is niche density. Now, I say that I'm going to provide it my niche, my services, my ideal clients, your ICPs, your ideal clients, and keywords research from my job post analysis. Now, remember those 15 skills and those 20 skills, remember those 20 skills. Then you are going to tell it your niche. But for me, or for people like me that have been on Upwork for a long time, so we already have our, let me close this. So we already have title, we already have description. So what I'm going to do instead of listing out my niche, my services, my ICP and all, I'm just going to give it a screenshot of my current title and profile description. So if I'm going to be using a screenshot, I am going to have to delete these ones, right? And just say that I will provide you a screenshot of my current profile. So that is what I'm going to be using. So I'll copy this and go to here. For you, you have to copy out the, okay, let me just copy out the keywords. I can't copy it, write out the keywords. Okay, the top client pain points. Here are the top client pain points. I might as well continue in this search, in this what is it called, chat. So I'll just place that prompt. And because I won't be giving it this one, so I want to use a screenshot of my profile, my current profile. I'll just delete this from here to here. I'll provide you my niche, whatever, whatever. So now it will be, I'll provide you a screenshot of my current profile title. So I'll go back to my profile and then I can take a screenshot. So I'll take a screenshot of this, and then I can see open this up and take a screenshot of everything. So let's say I can take a screenshot like this. Talents acquisition. Let's stop. Yeah, so I need more. So take a screenshot. So now I have all my current whatever it's called description plus my title. Then I'll go back and the pictures, screenshots, and then select this. Now, because I'm continuing in this chart and I didn't, you remember I was supposed to copy out the top 15 or top 20 keywords, but I didn't copy it out. So I can add an additional instruction for it and tell it to use the top 15 or 20 recurring. Okay, I'll just say pay attention to the top 15 or 20. Pay attention to the top 15, 20 recurring keywords. Then send. Okay, so you see the description is the title. It says, okay, I will tighten your positioning significantly. Your current title is this, is broad, but bigger issue is executive assistant. Okay, remember that remember that the keyword we searched for here is project manager. So AI already know that what I'm trying to position for is AI is project management. Okay, so it's telling me that executive assistant is an issue for me, which means I need to remove it because in the data set we just analyzed, the strongest recurring demand was around project management, operations, business operations, systems, processes, workflow, and the rest of them. So now it's telling me that my best title is what? Operations manager, project manager, business operations. So alternative title, operations manager, project manager, systems and processes. Are you seeing it? So I can now pick any of these if I want to. If I want to, if I want to niche down to just project management, I can now copy any of these and niche down to it. Is it making any sense? All right, so let's go back because we have a lot to cover. Okay, so we have learned how to search for our keywords, and we have also learned how to write our profile title. Okay, so whenever whenever you want to write your profile title, I always advise that it shouldn't be more than three layer structure: your service, your specialty, your ICP or two. You know, when we had specialized profiles that you just have to dedicate each profile to a particular skill, it was actually very easy to follow this three layer structure. But now it's no longer easy, being that um we are now trying to fit so many skills into one. But now for someone that is just um let's say for someone that is a video editor and you want to niche down, right? You want to niche down. You know, video editing has so many, it has so many specialties, so many areas. Now, if a client comes on Upwork and search for video editor, let's try it. A client comes on Upwork and search for video editor. Remember what I told you, most times, being that they know why they are hiring a video editor, they know what they want this person to do for them. So they will not come and say video editor most of the time. Most of the time, what they will search for is video editor for maybe if this person, the client has a TikTok account and they want someone to do video editing for their TikTok account, they will type video editor for TikTok videos, and people that are positioned as video editors for short form videos, TikTok and YouTube shorts are going to pop up. Now, how this is a better profile positioning than just having creative video editor, even video editor or whatever on your profile. You can position as a video editor, short form video editor, YouTube plus TikTok. Now, this is the structure for this one is service, which is video editor, specialty, which is short form video editor, and um specialty, then ICP or tool. The tools are the this thing ICP tools or platform. The platform is what we are seeing here, YouTube and TikTok. Now, services, specialty for this person is YouTube video editor. This person is focused on YouTube videos. It could be short form, it could be long form, it could be YouTube shorts, it could be long videos for sports channels. Now this person's ICP is here. So services, specialty plus ICP. This is the second example. Then you have services, specialty, and tool. Now this person is a video editor who is specialized in motion graphics, and the tool this person uses for his motion graphics is After Effects. So this is how you niche down. For people who are web developers, this is how you can niche down, because web developing is very broad. Graphic designing is very broad. Video editing is very broad. Okay, so this is how you can niche down so that when clients search, Upwork AI is going to see you as an expert in that field, and then they will show your profile. I'm seeing a lot of messages. Some people are saying that they are new on Upwork, they don't have client feedbacks, they don't have past jobs. Yes, you can always you will still rank. You know, I told you there are eight, not really eight, but yeah, eight things that Upwork AI checks and ranks you with. So even if you don't have one, use everything you have in the other ones. If you don't have job history, if you don't have job history on Upwork, use your employment history. Employment history is for jobs you did outside of Upwork. Use it very well, use it judiciously. If you don't have job history on Upwork, use your portfolio section very well. They will still rank you. Okay, they will still rank you. Use your skill section, use your title, use your profile description. They will still work for you. Okay, now we are done with this. We have gotten our title for the project manager. Now it's time to write our overview. Our overview is your profile description, right? Now there is a structure I use when I'm writing my profile description, and it works so well. Even when I write, what is it called? When I write my proposals somehow I still do it in proposal. But then when I'm writing proposal, I try not to make my proposal too long, so it's short. The way I use it in my proposal is a bit different. But you see this structure, it works for profile, it works for proposal, which is your client's problems, your solution, your services, your ICP, tools, and CTA. Now, open with the client's pain points using your title keywords, not your bio. Then it must appear in the first two lines. Many clients only know they have a problem, not the exact service name. Make it obvious you are the fix, then invite the conversation. Now, this structure, client problems, your solutions, services, ICP, tools, and CTA. Let's go to my current profile description. You see this my current profile description. After I did that optimization, even up till now, when I get direct messages from clients, they always tell me that, oh, your profile is so rich. Oh, your profile description seems to you seem to understand the problem I have. That is why I reached out to you. So now I am not there. I am in my house sleeping, but my profile description is speaking to these clients. It's telling these clients that this person seems to know the problem you have and seems to be might be able to fix it for you. So, and that is why I get a lot of invites and I get a lot of direct offers. Now, the first one is the client's problem. Struggling with business operations and unable to focus on scaling. Now, this is one major problem a lot of solopreneurs have, or small business owners. They're like the engine of their business. They are doing this, they are doing that, they're managing this, they're managing that. And at the end of the day, they don't have time to do their business development. They don't have time to have those conversations that are supposed to move their businesses forward. Now, they at the end of the day, they're always overwhelmed, they're always tired, they don't have time to go on vacation, spend time with family. So it's just as if their business is the center of their existence. Okay. Now, that is why my first line is calling out to that problem they have. Struggling with business operations and unable to focus on scaling. Your now, what is the solution? Your business needs organized systems, reliable support, and someone who keeps operations moving without hand holding. Now, a lot of people, they will come, a lot of these clients will hire a virtual assistant, right? Who is a virtual assistant? Someone that assists with administrative tasks, right? They will hire a virtual assistant, but they will still be the one at the center of their business. They will still be the one to tell the virtual assistant, do this, check my email, do that, reply to that message. This is the task I want you to handle today. Their business are not still able to function without them. You understand? So now I'm telling them that what they need is an organized system. An organized system can mean setting up their whole business structure for them, running the automation so that a lot of these repetitive tasks can be done without someone doing them manually. A reliable support, someone who can be there, who can push their business even when they are not there, someone who will be doing those things without being told, to keep your operations moving without hand holding. Now, the difference between me and virtual assistants is that virtual assistants needs hand holding. They need to be told what to do. They need to get instructions. They need to be told, okay, um, I need to post 5 social media posts next week. Go and write them, design the graphic and send, let me see. They are being told. But me as an operations person will come in. I am the one to tell in fact, let me show you guys an example. I don't know. Let me show you guys an example. Uh, take a screenshot and show you guys, yeah? Because of some so that just going I'm just trying to show you the difference between me And I've on LinkedIn, I've gotten DMs of clients asking me what I'm between an OBM or a business manager and virtual assistants are they not the same? And I have to school them. Now I'm coming. Okay, let me share. Let me share this. Um, this is a Slack message, so let me just take a screenshot for security and safety purposes. Okay, I'm going to have to share my whole screen so that I can open this screenshot for you guys. Okay, stop sharing. I share this instead. Entire screen. Okay, let me share this. Okay, can you guys see this? If you can see it, drop a comment. Okay, good. I can see one yes. Good. So you can see this message. This I think I dropped this message on Friday the previous week, and this my the Slack channel with one of my clients. So you see how I am the one bringing up, or let's say pushing the business. In fact, a lot of things this client don't think about on normal basis concerning her business, I bring them up. Here you can see where I say, oh, and another thought. I was wondering what you think about asking people in our network to leave us Google reviews. Since our Google business profile is live, those ratings and reviews are what people will see when they come across us on Google. I think it will help build some credibility early on. What do you think? So a virtual assistant will not do this. A virtual assistant won't do this. So that is the difference. Now, if I even okay, let me if you see the response she gave to it, like this client, she was she was like she never thought of it. She haven't, like, it's not something that have crossed her mind. She's a solo business person. She owns her business and she runs it herself until I came on board. um I'm trying to look for the reply she gave me that when she replied to it. She was like, "Oh, thanks, Ella. It's a good idea. Let's talk about it when we meet later today." So we have our meetings every Monday, and we discussed about it. And we on that call, we strategized on how to go about it. And then most of the times, as the business operations manager, I don't do it myself. I just have to give instruction to the a particular teammate and be like, okay, this is what our next goal is. Do this, draft a message we are sending to our people in our network and send it to me for review. Things like that. Okay. And if I've also been work with entrepreneurs where it's just the two of us on the team. Now I can bring up these ideas and we'll still work on it together. So that is what I mean by, let me share my the screen I'm supposed to be sharing again. Okay, let me know what you can see when it comes up. I'm just trying to see to know if I'm carrying everyone along. Okay, so that is what I mean when I say without hand holding. Okay, so you see this first two line already, like it speaks to the client need already, and it speaks to the problem they have and how I can be of a solution to them. Now I say that is what I bring as an executive assistant, online business manager, and a project manager. Now Another thing, someone says they're not seeing anything. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. I'm waiting. Okay. Yeah, I will share the prompts. I'll share the prompts. Yeah, okay. They can see my screen. Okay, good. So that is what I mean. You see this first line, these first two lines is very important. You remember when we were looking at we are looking at freelancer profiles from the client side. You remember that this is the line we were seeing. You see this line here. This is what we are seeing mostly. And a client will not have time to open each of the profiles to read your whole profile. But it's these two lines that will make them want to open it up to read whatever you have on in your profile. So make sure that these two lines captures them. Okay. And then another rule is to make sure that whatever you have here is somehow included here also. It will help you rank better. So if you have, just like I said, when I wrote this was before they removed the specialized profiles. And back then, what I had here was in my title was executive assistant, business, online business manager, and project manager. But right now, I've changed it. So here I am supposed to copy whatever I have here, cancel, and make sure they also appear here. And make sure they have also appear here. Good. So that is what I bring as an operations manager, executive assistant, and project manager. Full stop. So save. So make sure that whatever you have here also appears here. Okay. But the rule is don't just list them there. Make sure that you frame it in such a way that there is no awkward points, like it's a flow of information. But those, you see this first paragraph, it must be all about your clients and how you can help them. Okay, so the two rules is that here will speak to your client's problem, it will also profile solution, and it must have whatever you have in your job, in your profile title. Okay, then you will go on. So client problems, your solution, the first two lines, okay? And it must appear, and whatever you have in your title keywords must appear in the first two lines. Then followed by your services and your ICP, your tools and CTA. Now let's go back. So if you open here, so this is my ICP. You see how the information is flowing. I am trying to sell myself, but not oversell myself. I'm trying to make it look as if it's all about my client, but indirectly, I'm also telling you I have experience. So, you see, so with over 10 years of experience supporting entrepreneurs, online CEOs, startups, and small businesses. So, these are my ICP. Okay. So, and then these are my services. And these are the tools. And this is the CTA. One thing about clients are a lot of them. In fact, it's one thing about is human psychology. Sometimes we humans we know what we are supposed to do, but we still want to be told, okay, to do it. Now, a lot of people will write their description without a CTA, which is not good. What if it's a new client that doesn't even know how to go about it? They know they need to hire someone, but they don't know how to do the hiring. In fact, the last job I got, the one I say that I was hired for, um, that was last week. The one I was hired for last week. The client in the chat, the client was asking me, how do he send the offer? Because he's new on Upwork. He doesn't know. So what if a client that is new on Upwork is going through your profile and they like what they see and they don't know how to reach out to you or hire you? So is that not a problem? So now you have to tell them how to. kindly send me a direct message here on Upwork, click the invite to job button, or simply hire me now to get started. So I will tell you what to do. Okay, I will tell you. Some even old clients that have been on Upwork, sometimes they need this reminder to take action. They need it. So you do it. It doesn't cost you a lot. So your description must end with a CTA. Okay. And then we move to the next section. I'm trying to see. So reordering your skills. Your skill section carries more weight than you think. Pull the skills clients actually list in their job posts, rank them by how often they repeat, and put the highest frequency ones first. So top skill, second skill, third skill. So yeah, what that I'm saying basically is you see here, where is your skill section? You see here, good. Now, I told you guys that the last time I optimized my profile was last year, beginning of last year. That was when I optimized. I've not touched this profile since then. Okay, the only thing I did is when they closed specialized profile, I just came here and tried to fix or everything I want to offer here. That was the only thing I've changed in this profile since last year. Now, when I did this skill, back then, VA was still ranking as number one. And remember when I did this, I had specialized profiles. So one of my profiles was for project management, another one was for operations and CRM setups, and the last one was for executive assistant, virtual assistant. So this particular one was for virtual assistant. I've not touched here, and I really need to work on this profile. I really need to. So you see those 15 skills or 20 skills that we got when we did our keyword mining. When we did our keyword mining, this is where you are going to put them. And the order you are going to put them is, let me go back here. The order you are going to put them is here. When you come here, where it says skills, outcome clients, we are looking for top deliverables, client point, top recurring skills. So it's already arranged it because you know our prompt told it to arrange it based on the frequency or the based on the number of times it appeared. So it's already ranked it for you. So which means if I'm optimizing for project manager, this is the first one. This one will be number one. Where I have virtual assistants right now will be project management. Number two will be operations management. So this one will be this tax management will be operations management. So this is exactly how I will follow it line by line. Project scheduling will be number four. So here, file management will be project scheduling. So this is how you are going to also rank it here in your skill section. Okay. And then there's another thing I forgot to tell you guys. Okay, we are supposed to try to this keyword profile description, we are supposed to also generate our profile description for a project manager. So here is the prompt. In the prompt, I told it that my current, okay, I'm going to provide it my current Upwork profile description and at least 20 job posts. Remember that 20 job posts that I posted, I was supposed to give it. So now I'm going to copy it. Let's generate um, the description. So I'll paste it. I'm not going to give it my I'm not going to give it my profile screenshot of my profile anymore because I'm doing this whole thing under one chat. So it's already have my profile description. So I don't need to give it again. The only thing I will change is here that I have 20 Upwork job titles. I will just delete this 20 and maybe give it at least four because it's four that I gave it the other time. So I will just at least four up, Upwork this thing. And then I'll go down here and say you have these details already. Okay, then I'll send. Okay, I'm going through comments just to be sure that Yes, someone said, do you copy for all three niches? Do you copy 20 for each niches? If possible, do it. It's for your own good. You need to be sure of which keywords are working in your niche. So if possible, copy if you are specializing for three different services, copy 20, 20, 20 for the three, or you can do 15, 15, 15 for the three. That should give you a total of 45. 20, 20 will give you a total of 60. But the more the better. Okay, because you want to be sure of what is working. Okay. How do you get the prompts? I'm going to share the prompts with you guys. Maybe I'll include it in the email that will go out after this training. Okay, so I think I've caught up with most of the questions. So optimized, so see what it gave us. Your business is growing, but operations are getting harder to keep under control. This is the um client's problem, right? Their business is growing, but they're getting overwhelming because of the whole operational mess. You remember I told you that project management and operations management, if you look at the jobs I copied, the job post I copied that I gave to ChatGPT, they have to they have to do with business project management. And that is why operations and project management is going hand in hand in this description. Okay, that is how smart AI can be. Now it says projects are moving at the same time, deadlines tracking, and also as a human being, you also need to do your own editing later on, because if you just feed it exactly what AI gives you, it's going to sound AI-ish, which is not good. So this is good. This first line is good. Okay. Now, if I am to bring the human touch to this whole description, because if you read this, it says your operation is growing, but whatever, projects are moving, this, too much. To me, I'm seeing this second line as too much information. It's not really necessary. We have called out the most important thing, which is here. The next thing I would have done is to start here. I'll just bring this to here. So your business is growing, but operations are getting harder to keep under control. As an operations manager, remember that this is what we will have in our title. Okay, it just picked out one of the titles that it gave us here, because we didn't tell it the title we decided to use. But that is one thing you are going to do when you are optimizing your own. Make sure you make it clear that this is the title you picked, so that it knows the exact title you picked, right? So it says, as an operations manager and project manager specializing in business operations, I help bring structure to the moving chaos. So projects keep moving, deadline stays visible, and nothing important falls through the crack. You see, this is another thing I hate about AI. You see this fall through the crack. Don't ever use it, okay? Don't use it. You can always replace this phrase with something more natural. Now, you continue from here. I build, manage systems, whatever, whatever. All these are good. All these are good. Then tools I work with. Okay. A little proof. You see this part, I see some people, they will add their, maybe they will add um testimonials or reviews from their job history. It's good. If you want to use it, you can add it, but it's optional. For me, I don't see the need, because for clients to open my profile and be reading judiciously, I know they will still go to that job, to the review site. So there is no need to occupy space in my description with reviews. So, but for some persons, you might need to add it. The only time I think this is necessary is maybe you are new on Upwork, but you have a Fiverr account that has been doing very well. You can get a review from that Fiverr and add it here. Okay. You have a LinkedIn account that is booming. You can get a review you have on LinkedIn and add it here. But I don't see any need for you to pick a review you have on Upwork already to come and add in your description. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Then you go on and yeah. So where is the CTA? If you need someone to bring structure to your business, this, send me a message here on Upwork, and tell me. So you can make this CTA more, um you can make it simpler. Okay. You can say, if you need someone to bring structure to your business operations, projects and systems and processes, send me a message or click hire now to get started. Just keep it simple. So that is exactly how you do your profile description. Let's move. We have talked of how to order your skills. Fix your portfolio. Now, this is another important one. Okay, this is another important one. Please, can we have access to recorded video after the how do you access recorded video? Uh, Good. Someone is asking, is this a good practice? Executive assistant, operations VA for coaches and therapists, ADHD is good. It's not bad. It's good. Um, can I get a job on Upwork without buying Connect? It's possible if you optimize very well and you get invites. You don't need Connect to apply to jobs you are invited to. So yeah, it's possible. Can I get a job without verification? You can get a job without verification, but then um after you get your first job, you'll be asked to verify your account. Okay. All right, let's continue. Fix your portfolio. Every piece needs the caption framework. Good. Now, you see this portfolio section. You people should forgive me because my own is a mess, but I tried. I tried though, but yeah, it's not good enough, but I tried. I actually used this for when I was setting up my portfolio, but still, there's some things I have learned so far that I'm yet to implement. So when you are setting up your portfolio, it must have a title, which is your portfolio title, and then you see that description, your portfolio description. When you are writing that part, it should talk about the problem, the solution, and the impact. Okay, so a portfolio piece with no results attached is just a picture. It's not ranking on Upwork. This is your semantic portfolio at work, piece that read as proof and not decoration. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is when you come to portfolios, okay, let me use this. Usually project title, say online business operations with casual. Okay. Then my role, I was for this business that I did this casual work for. I was working for them as their digital business manager and casual experts. Now you see this description. This is where I was talking about you're supposed to talk about the problem the clients have, the problem like you solved using that portfolio. Okay, the problem the clients had, how you solved it, and the impact it had on the client's business or whatever, or the client's projects. Okay, so problem, solution, and impact. Okay, and then another important part of it is this place, this skill section. It still shows up. So the most important places here is this, the project title. Most times I will advise you that whatever you have in your profile title, okay, you should you can be using them here interchangeably. Maybe in this particular one, I can use project manager, project and operations manager. In another portfolio, I can use executive assistant. In another one, I can use project manager. In another one, I can use business manager. So those are what I have in my Upwork profile title. So you can be using them interchangeably here. Now is the most important one. Now followed by here, where you talk about the projects, what I did with it. So I said I managed a comprehensive project to streamline online business using Ketrel. So for here, it's not to me it's not really good enough because I was supposed to talk about the problem these clients had and why I came in and how I solved the problem and the impact it has on the client's business. And here where you have your skills and deliverables, you are supposed to pick out, you see those top 20 skills that we have been using and infusing everywhere in your profile. You're supposed to pick out 5 that relates to that portfolio and use it here. Okay, don't just use any skill. You see here I'm using Ketra, and Ketra is not and is not part of the skills I have in my skills section, and it's not part of the 20 skills that Upwork ChatGPT gave us. So there's no way I can use Ketra. If I'm optimizing this profile now, I can't use Ketra here. Okay, rather I would have used maybe virtual assistant, because right now I have virtual assistants in my skill section. I can use project management, I can use task coordination, those kind of things, because they are the skills I have in my skill section. So what we are trying to do is to repeat those skills as several strategic points in our profile so that we can rank higher for them. Okay, so that is how you optimize your portfolio. So you can upload images from the whatever. You can upload images, you can I think you can even upload videos. You can upload I know you can upload PDFs, because yes, you can upload videos. So you can do a video of the platform. If I'm working on this platform now, I think I would even prefer to do video. I'll just do video of different places. But before, why I avoid doing video is because my clients always have a lot of sensitive information. And I don't want to mistakenly record sensitive informations and add it on Upwork just for NDA reason, because I'm always signing NDAs and MNDAs with my clients. So but yeah, you can record if you have the time, you can do mock projects, record it as a video, upload it. You can upload text blog, you can there are a lot of things. I know I uploaded PDF in one of my portfolios. So you can do that as well. You upload as many samples as possible, then describe whatever you did there. Okay. So that is your portfolio section. And your portfolio section is supposed to have at least, if you don't have portfolio sample, have at least 10. 10 is even too small. If you can have up to 15 to 20, it's better for you. Okay. The more remember, every part of your profile, use it to your advantage. Especially for people that are just starting out, that don't have some things like job history. Use your portfolio section very well. It's very important. Okay. Your portfolio section and this employment history. This employment history section is very important. Use it very well. You can also use your certificate section, but these days certificate no really they do, and it doesn't do much for us on Upwork. So, but you can still fill it up just to make your Upwork very fine. Yeah. But then that section is not really doing much at the moment. So let's move on. Um, the small section people skip exactly. So I was just talking about this thing now. These sections, people skip it a lot, the employment section, and it has a lot of value to your profile. See the employment section, go there. You see the way we wrote description for the portfolio section. You can use that. I have a prompt for writing description for your portfolio section. You can use that same description to fill out your employment history section. It's very important, because use those, and then make sure you use those keywords we are trying to rank for. Infuse it in it. Okay. So the employment history part is very important. Only relevant experience belongs here. Okay, remember I'm trying to rank for project manager. I cannot leave anything concerning project manager, business operations, business management, and I'll go there and start putting something about graphic designing. I've worked at so place as a graphic designer. It does not add anything. In fact, you are even confusing Upwork AI more. Okay, so it has to be something that is relevant to whatever you are trying to rank for. Okay, so rate, this is a whole topic on its own. You should know how to your rate also determines how well your profile is performing. Okay, because the same way that is why I say you need to know your ICP and know your ICP's budget, what your ICP can afford to pay. Okay, because the same way Upwork AI is thinking is the same way your clients are thinking. Remember that clients, the way freelancers create accounts is how clients create accounts. And Upwork is going to ask, when the client is creating the account, Upwork will ask the client, what is the name of your business? Which industry are you in? How many employees do you have? What is your total budget spend? You know, some kind of questions that will help Upwork AI understand um, where to rate these clients, if this is a high paying client, if this is a low paying client, okay? And if your rate is maybe $50 per hour and your target audience is small businesses, solopreneurs, Upwork is not going to show your profile to them because what? You are above their budgets. You are above their budgets. So rating your services is a whole different topic, and we are not going to go deep into it. There are so many ways we can rate our services though. Then your photo, your profile photo is important. My own is due for change, but I'm that lazy sometimes. So your profile photo matters. You see here, let's make sure that you guys are still seeing one. Okay. Do you have to add all your projects directly to your portfolio, or you can you have the clickable cards that okay, it's not a must to add all of them. Okay, you can just add one or two screenshots or three or so screenshots under each portfolio. Okay, you can just do that. It's not a must to add as many pictures or as many videos as possible. You can just add two pictures, three pictures under one portfolio, or one picture, one video, or even a PDF. And the most important thing is your portfolio title, your portfolio description, and co. So back to what I was coming here to do. So, sorry. Yeah, your photo. I was talking about photo. So you see this photo. Um, it is just me there. There is nothing happening in my background. There are no other people in my background. My face is very visible. Is very important. Now, I've also seen people that they wear suits in their profile, but to me, I cannot wear suits because just like I said, I know my ICP. My ICP do not want me to wear suits because I will chase them away. There are people that need someone they can relate to, like a friend. They can easily talk to, like a friend. It's not what is it called, conglomerate or what? It's not a big organization that requires me to show up professionally, in my suit or whatever. So that is why I say you need to know your ICP. My ICP is kind of people that they need a partner, a business partner, someone that takes their business like their own and thinks in the same direction they are thinking. Someone they can approach and say, "This is my vision for my business. How do you think we can go about it?" And I'll be like, "Okay, let's do this, let's do that. We'll be doing it together." Okay, so I cannot show up in suits. And the same thing in my meetings. When I come to meetings like this, if you see me having my meetings with my client, you will think that we are best friends. We have known each other for a long time. That is because this is someone I work with every day. I'm interacting with every day. There's no way I will show up looking all serious, like overly serious, and no, 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 it doesn't work. If you go to my if you go to my client review, you are going to be picking up that from reviews my client drops for me. My communication skill is top notch, you know. In fact, because this, solo business owners, there are people that their business matters a lot to them. Their business is still at an early stage, so it's like their baby. Okay, so they want to know, even if you are taking charge and you are doing things in their business on behalf of them, they still want to be kept in the loop. They still want to know what you are doing at every moment, what decisions you are making for their business. So no matter what I'm doing, I will still keep them in the loop. I'll still tell them, oh, it's just like this other screenshot I showed you guys of where I'm telling my client that we need to get reviews for our Google profile. So it's me communicating. I could have gone ahead and reach out to people in our network and tell them to give us reviews and things like that. But just because I want the client to know that this is where I'm thinking to, this is what I'm about to do next to. So communication is a big part of it. Then just like I was saying something about meeting, she was a joy to talk to in our meetings. If you see me having meetings, Now, so me and my client will just be laughing and gisting, and we can't even start meetings without asking everything that have happened in each other's life. Because if we don't have a good working relationship, there is no way we can, achieve the business goal. It just doesn't work like that. It's more like it's small team. It's a small team, which means everybody has to know everybody. So just like I'm trying to buttress a point about profile picture. Your profile picture should show your personality. Okay, it should show your personality. If you even look at my picture, I was pouting. Okay, I was pouting in the picture. I'm not. So it's my pictures. All my pictures is either I am pouting or I'm smiling or I'm laughing. Okay, because I want them to feel this sense of ease when they are approaching me. Okay, so for your Upwork profile picture, first of all, know your ICP, and then secondly, that will determine how you will show up. But the basic rule is that your face must be visible, your background should not be busy, there should not be other people in the background. Yeah, those are the basic rules. And then depending on your ICP, that will determine your dressing or how you show up or what your facial expression will be. Okay. All right. So let's check the next. And the next one is completeness. Okay. So your profile must be 100% complete. It must be 100% complete. Where is this thing? Yeah. So when you go to find work, are you seeing this complete your profile? It should show you 100%. 100%. If it's not showing you 100%, that means there is still more to be done. Okay. But seeing 100% does not mean that your profile is good enough, because you can still do nonsense and your profile will be showing you 100%. At this point now, my profile is messed up, but it's showing me 100% because I filled out almost every section. But what matters is what is now in those sections, which is not good enough. So, but the most important thing is let your profile show you 100% complete. Uh, okay. Next one is give clients a buy button. Good. So this is the project catalog. So it says a three-tier catalog turns browsers into buyers without a back and forth conversation. So you are supposed to have at least three packages in each project. The basic, which is maybe one core deliverable, fast and simple. The standard, which is more like a core deliverable plus one add-on, and the premium, which is like a full package and priority turnaround. Okay. So what I'm saying basically is here. Okay. All right. So what I'm saying basically is here. You see this your catalog. Your catalog. Oh God, this thing stop jumping. Yeah, your project catalog. So this is just what I'm saying. Let me just open this one, although it's a mess. You see, when I optimize this profile, all these things are going away. All of them are going away because at this point they are not necessary, but I still have them here. Okay, so what it's just saying is, you see this service tier you are seeing here. I have the starter plan, I have the standard, and I have advanced. So that is just what it's saying. You can create projects, okay? And when you create these projects, make sure that whatever it is selling is what you are offering or what you are trying to position for, okay? So for instance, when I did this project was, I think sometime in 2024. It's in 2024. That was when I created this project, when I was still doing virtual assistant stuff. That was when I created it. Now, then I was still offering virtual assistance for business needs. And yeah, I just created this. But if I am to do projects now, I will not design something like this. I would rather use, you see those same images and whatever I have in my portfolio. That is what I will be using here. It's better than this. Okay, but funny enough, I sold this package. I think I sold it two times. Sef. Yeah, two times. I sold it two times. So, so um, that is what I will be using here, and not really this. And then you are supposed to have your packages, which is 50. Now, if I should open this, uh, let me edit this. Let me edit the project so that we can look at the packages very well. Okay, so um, pricing. Let me go to pricing. Good. So I have three pricing. The first one is the basic. Remember that basic that I have, I think $50. That this is the basic. And what do I offer? I offer virtual assistant, basic virtual assistant for admin support work. Now, and the price is $50. So if you give me one task, any virtual assistant work that I can work and deliver in one day, that is what I'm charging $50 for. Okay. Number of work hours I am going to spend on whatever task you are giving me is just 4 hours. Okay, so any um task you are giving me has to be done within 4 hours, and so the deliverable have to be done within one day. So that one I will charge $50 for it. The standard is weekly virtual assistant. So you are giving me something that the deliverable is in 7 days, and I'm going to spend a total of 15 hours of work on. I'm going to charge you $180 for that. That was my price. And I think back then my rate was $10 per hour or something. Now, I have the Pro, which is the advanced, and it's virtual assistant Pro for monthly admin support. So if I'm supporting you monthly, uh, I am going to charge you 600 for that. Okay, so that was the pricing then. So you can set this up and make sure you add your images, those images you have in your portfolio, anyone that relates to this, you can add it. You add requirements. Okay, I only asked them one question, which is let's schedule a call to discuss your business need, workload, preferred communication style, understand your needs and ensure. So yeah, then description. This description, you see the description you used to write your portfolio, whatever. You can use it for here too. You use it for here. Okay. And then the prompt you use to write your portfolio, that is the same prompt you can use for here. But you need to tell it that it's for project catalog, okay, not portfolio. So overview, here you are going to pick the industries. Remember, I said my ICP can be from any industry, but it has to be a startup and small business. So but for people that have specific industries they cater for, you have to pick those industries only. Okay. If you have other languages you work with, you can pick them here. Usually I pick English and Chinese because I speak both, but for um right now I think I only picked English. It doesn't really matter. So for the skills, for this place where you have tags, if I'm to advise you, I would say use the same skills we picked out, those 15 to 20 skills, because we are trying to rank for them. So make sure you are using them here as well. But use the ones that relate to whatever service or project you are trying to sell under that particular catalog. Okay. Let's go back to our profile. So your project section must be filled out. Okay. Me particularly, if I'm to create new projects now, I will remove everything virtual assistant because I don't do that again. I'll remove everything virtual assistant. I can project manager will still be there, but I'm changing this image, and maybe I'll be changing my description and skills too, because remember I am picking out new set of skills now. Okay. And then WBS, yes, all these ones will still be here. Project charter will still be here. Uh, Monday, yes, they will still be here. All these ones will still be here. Get a responsive. I'll remove this one. I'm not sure. I will remove it. I'll remove this week's website design and builders. I don't need it anymore. Most of the time I have people that are doing this now. For instance, as a business manager, most times I don't design projects, websites again. I don't work on websites again because I have people in the team that I assign to do it. Okay, because as the business manager, I'm managing people, so I have teams that do it. It's only on occasion where maybe it's a solopreneur, you know, that maybe, for instance, we are just one or two or three persons on the team, then I can do the website updates by myself. Okay, so that particular project catalog is not useful at the moment anymore. So that is how you update your project catalog with your skills. Okay, sorry, I'm reading your comments. You can't see your own complete profile. That means your profile is not complete. Oh. It's not. You're supposed to see it if it's complete. Okay, um so let's go on. Speed is part of the algorithm. Yes. So after optimizing your profile, what do you do in the next few hours, in the next coming days? You are not supposed to optimize and then just let it be. You're not. Because if you optimize and you don't do these things, that means you're wasting your time. Your profile will still rank, but you're not going to be seeing the best results. Because one thing is, Upwork is competitive, yes, but you are dealing with AI. And as far as we are dealing with AI, there's always ways around it, and we want faster results. So when after optimizing, you have worked on your skill section, you have worked on your title, your descriptions, your portfolio, your project catalog, your employment history, what else? Your portfolio, yes. You have worked on all these things and you have added a very good photo that speaks to your target audience, your ICP. Now you go back. What do you do next? You stay active. Let me- So you stay active for the first few hours after optimizing. So what am I saying? Even for people that didn't do optimization, it's always advised that no matter how busy you are, you should always create time to go on Upwork. Try to do one or two activity just so that Upwork will know that your profile is active. Okay. Now, for someone that just finished optimizing, remember that maybe the services you are selling before is now different from what you are trying to position for. And you want the Upwork AI to notice the changes and that there is something that changed. So, what do? You stay active. How do you stay active? By going to job search and start browsing jobs you think you are qualified for, the kind of jobs you want to be hired for. So you go to your job search. Be I want to position as a project manager, so I'll go to find work. I'll now come here. For the next 2 hours, what I will be doing is I'll search project manager because we are optimizing for project management. So project manager, and then I'll just be browsing. Oh, set up project manager, real estate operations. You're not doing much. Oh. Just open it. You see, one as far as you are searching and you are browsing, the Upwork algorithm is picking up your activity and it is reading that, oh, this person seems to be interested in project management. So because for the past few minutes now, this person has been browsing project management, things about project management, things about operations. So what it will do is that it will be showing you more jobs that has to do with those things you are searching for. Okay. Then if you see one that you think is, this seems like the kind of job that if they hire me for, even when I'm sleeping, I will do the job and I will do it perfectly. What I will do is I will save it. So this button I clicked now is telling the AI that this person is really interested in this. Ah, so it will just be recording it as, okay, this is the kind of activity this person's this person seems to be interested in, this is the kind of job they seem interested in. Okay, I'll keep browsing. I will browse. So I'll maybe for the next 1 hour or 2 hours, I'll just be browsing through this and be saving jobs that I think I'm very good at. Okay. Now, another thing you are to do is to save and search for jobs match keywords. Exactly what I said. So you search for management, project manager, operations manager, business manager, executive assistants. I'm telling you the things I will be searching for because those are the things I want to rank for, right? I'll be searching for maybe if I've done, let me go to my skills. Let me see the skills I ranked for, because you won't just search for the titles you want to rank for, you also search for skills. Okay, so where is the skills? Deliverables, software tools, pain points. Yeah, skills. So I can also search for process development. So I'll come and search for process development. You'll just be searching for these skills and you'll be saving jobs that appeared, or jobs that you think is very good, and you see this one, sales process and revenue operations consultant. I can save it. I'll just, but just make sure you open it first. Now, another thing I will do is to make sure you are looking at the location. Me, I will not save job that is coming from India. Sorry, I know I have Indians here, but yeah, I'm looking for high paying customers. And I know that most jobs that are coming from India is maybe somebody got the job and is looking for another freelancer to collaborate on the work with, and I don't want it. Okay, or maybe an agency that hires freelancers to do jobs for clients. I always want my own direct clients. So I will not save anything from India. Rather, I can even go to filter and filter exactly the kind of jobs I want. So I will go to location and search for US, United States, United Kingdom, United States, United States. And then if there is any other country you are interested in, you can add them, and then you can scroll and okay, see this one, AI powered workflow automation and operation system. Exactly something I would love. So I'll open it. Um, I'll open it and then read through it. Okay, this is perfect. And then I'll save it. So what I'm doing is I'm training Upwork algorithm on the kind of things I like and what jobs to show me, and what kind of jobs that when clients post it, it should show my profile as freelancers that can do it, so that the clients can invite me for the job, right? So yes, another thing that you need to do is, okay, so you are also browsing through this job to reinforce your niche relevance. Okay. Now, another thing you need to do is to apply to 2 to 5 highly relevant jobs only. Now, some people will optimize and then they will go away, which is not good. Um, okay, so sales. Okay, so you apply to jobs too. If I'm you, after optimizing, okay, I'll apply to at least 2 to 3 jobs or even 5 jobs or more that day. Use it, make sure that it is exactly the kind of jobs you want to be getting, the kind of jobs you are, or whatever you are niching down to. Make sure it is those kind of jobs you are applying for, because at this moment we are still training the AI to know what we want and what we are positioning for. Okay, so make sure that whatever you, as a project manager, will make sure that any job I'm applying for that day will be something about project management, operations management, you know. I will not apply to anything executive assistant, because remember, na project is project management that I want to position for. So that is the only jobs I will be applying to. So I will apply to about 3, 4, or 5. Okay. You are doing this within the first 6 hours after optimization. Now, tailor each proposal. Okay, we are not doing proposal writing, but yeah, when you're applying to jobs, you know you have to tailor your proposals to match exactly what the job description is about. Turn on your availability badge and then boost your profile. So personally, at the moment, I turned off my availability badge because I'm not really looking for work at the moment. Okay. But for someone that is still searching for work and need more clients, I will advise you to turn on your availability badge. Why? Because I've worked before now. I don't bother with availability badge because it doesn't really add anything to your ranking on Upwork. It doesn't. And your availability badge being on does not Upwork does not will not show your profile to client just because you have your availability badge on. So it doesn't do anything, it doesn't add anything to ranking. But why I turned it on at a point was because I got hired by a client who told me that it was a direct offer. So when we were now, the client just saw my profile and sent me an offer. So when we now went on a call, the client was now telling me that there is one other person that she saw, but she now saw that I have my availability badge on. That was what told her because she can see that I have multiple projects on going on. So she's not sure if I still have uh, like capacity to take on another client. But because she saw my availability badge on, she now decided that okay, it seems I'm still available for more projects, and she sent me an offer. And she was not telling me that the other person does not have availability badge on, so which means that the person might be busy with projects. But that is not the truth. You will be shocked that that freelancer is looking for clients. But because our availability badge is off, I ended up winning the work for because it seems that this person was offering the same thing I was offering. But what made me get that offer was because my availability badge was on. So if we are still looking for clients, you can turn it on. But I told you guys that it will not add anything to your ranking, but turn it on. You never can tell. Okay. Even clients that are new to Upwork will see it and be like, okay, this person is available. The other person that their own is off is not available. They don't know these things. It's us. We are the ones that know that availability badge doesn't really mean that the person is available or not. But clients don't know these things. Now you also boost your profile. Now, boosting is more like you running ads. It's just like the way you run Facebook ads, that is what boosting does. So when you boost, you are you are running ads, you are showing clients your profile. You want your profile to show up whenever clients search for anything, any services that you are offering. You want your profile to show up. And the good thing about boosting your profile is that even if the Upwork will not take your connect until the client clicks into your profile. Okay, let me show you an example. Let me go back to client accounts. Yeah, introduction video is very important. Don't be like me. I'm supposed to have added an introduction video. It's very important. So do an introduction video, add it there. Okay, add it there. I'm telling you that at this moment, what is working for me on Upwork is not even my profile again because that profile is outdated. At the moment, what is working for me is just repetition, like repetition. Yes, my reputation yeah, yeah, that is it. So that is working for me right now because clients will come to my profile. Oh, she has top rated plus, she has done a lot of work, and the client seems to be satisfied with whatever job she, and they will send me an offer. That is what is working for me now, not even my profile, because my profile is messed up at the moment. So if I'm you, I'm going to do a video, an introduction video, and add it there. Okay, you do introduction video, you add it, but make sure if you are doing introduction video, make sure you use bright light. If possible, invest in it. If you don't have good camera and good background, go to a photo studio, let them record you. Okay, let them record you and use it. You can use it for your profile. You can still use it for when you are applying to jobs. You attach it as video introduction. So it's very important. Yeah, back to what I was saying. Um, Let me search for project manager. So good. You see this account, this person boosted. You see all the times I've been searching for project manager, this person is always coming up first. Why? Because he boosted his account. You see why it's important to boost. This freelancer paid more to get noticed. This person boosted. Now, let's see. This person did not boost, which means this person's keywords and other areas of her account is working for her very well. It's doing amazing. So she did not boost, but she's showing up. This one boosted, you can see boosted, and they're showing up. So if you are going to be seeing a lot of boosted accounts. So that is what boosting does for you. Whenever someone searches for anything in your niche, you will definitely show up. Let me search for another one. So now I searched for another one, AI product manager. You see this person, the number one, she boosted her account. This one boosted. You see this our guy again, he's still here. He boosted. But Upwork did not show us that he boosted here. But he boosted. So a lot of people you are going to be seeing here, a lot of them boosted, but Upwork will not show you all of them though. Now you see, you know why we are seeing boosted. We saw boosted for this guy in project management, but when I searched for AI project manager, we do not see boosted again. It is because the profile he boosted, when you are boosting, let's go back. Let's go back. Is there any other thing I need to do on this screen before I leave? I don't want to come back here. Okay, the only thing I said I was going to explain too is that when you boost, now that I searched AI product manager and this lady comes up here, Upwork is not going to remove her connect. The only time that Upwork will remove her connect is when I open her profile. If I click here now, once I click and her profile opens, Upwork will take some connects depending on how much connect she is boosting per click. Upwork will take that. So I'm not going to click now since she's boosting. Let me not go and waste her connect. So that is it. Now back to what I was saying. The only reason why this our guy, when I searched for project manager, he showed up. But when I searched for products, he showed up and it showed us boosted. But now that I searched for AI product manager, um it did not show boosted, but he still showed up on page one. That is because when it's because of the category he picked when he boosted. Now let me show you. Okay, now good. So now if you want to boost, come on, be fast. Yeah. Now when you want to boost, you see with that introduction video I'm talking about, you still need to use it when you are boosting. Still need to use it. So you can record a video, upload that your introduction video. Now, the category you picked. So probably that our guy, he picks for him to show up in project management, maybe the category he picked should be admin support. Then the specialty, this is what determines whether we see boosted or not. So maybe for project management, he picks something like maybe IT project management, development and IT project management. So that is what he boosted for. And you know that product manager might not be under this category. Maybe Upwork did not okay, yeah, for project management, maybe he boosted under digital project management, but for AI product manager, maybe it fell under development and IT management, but this is the one he boosted for. So that was why when I searched for project manager, he showed up and we can see boosted. But when I searched for the other one that is still under his profile, he showed up but we did not see boosted. So which means he did not boost AI product manager, but he boosted project manager. And project management fell under digital project, depending on the category he picked. Because me, if I want to boost, most times I boost with business project management, because I'm dealing with both operations and project management. So for someone who is into websites, SEO, and the rest of them, they can pick maybe digital project management. For someone into products and development and code, they can pick development and IT project management. So it all depends on the specialty you picked here. Okay. See this one, product reviews. There might be something again for yeah. So yeah, back to what we were talking about. Let me go back to our slide so that we don't waste a lot of time here. So you boost. It will help your profile to show up in client search. Now, what you are not going to do in the next 6 hours, okay, is don't make any major edits to your profile after this point. Now, after you have done all your optimization, you have scroll through jobs, you have applied to jobs, you have saved jobs, you have searched your keywords and everything, and you are done. And then you turned on your availability badge and you boosted your account. Now, after you have done this thing, don't go back to your profile to start changing anything, because you are now spoiling the work you did. Okay, don't change anything again at this point. After making all these things, you're supposed to leave your profile alone for the next 1 month at least, and allow Upwork algorithm to catch up with whatever you changed before, and see how your profile is performing. Okay, then leave it alone. Let Upwork system process the change. So don't change anything again. Okay. Whew, we are back to questions. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay, we are. I can't believe this. Um, let me stop sharing so that you can attend to your questions. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. So someone asked, yeah, introduction video is necessary. How often should we optimize our profile? Okay, so you don't really need to touch your profile if it's doing well. If your profile is doing well, you don't need to optimize. Um, but if you notice that you were getting invites and you're getting profile views, and all of a sudden, maybe before you used to get up to maybe 5 invites a day, 2 invites a day, 1 invite daily, or 7 invites a week, or the number of invites you get every week, and all of a sudden you notice that in a week you are not getting just 1 invite, it means it's time for you to go and touch up. Not really optimize, just touch up. What you do is that you can go to your skill section, maybe move something around a bit, maybe move your number one skill to your number two skill, then go to your title. You can move, maybe if you have project manager, operations manager, executive assistant, you can move executive assistant to the beginning and rearrange it from that. You just arrange it. You will now have executive assistant, project manager, business manager. Just touch it up and then watch it again. After like a week, if you didn't see any progress, that means you need to reoptimize. So you start again from keyword research and redo the whole thing again. You understand? But if after you do your simple touch up and things started going well again, you leave your account alone. You only optimize when you notice that even after you do your little touch up, there is no progress, then you need to optimize. All right. So the next one will be uh can you throw more light about your community? So okay, so this is more like um a group I have, where it's people I ran Upwork training for in the past, and I just created a group for them, and then they can ask me questions about Upwork or whatever they need, anything Upwork or freelancing guide. I just drop it for them there in the group, or then once in a while I can still hold classes for them, just like this one. This class was initially supposed to be just for them, but then I looked at it and I was getting a lot of DMs on LinkedIn about people asking me the same thing. I was like, okay, let me just throw it open to everyone for now. Yeah, so that is my group. If you want to join the community, you have to pay what they pay to be in the community. So did I add the link? Because I knew this question was going to come up at a point. I think if you open the description of this chat, you are going to see the link to the community. So I changed my niche entirely on Upwork, but I have work history on a different niche. Would it be possible, please? Would it? Yes. So you can still change your niche. If you looked at my own job history on Upwork, you will see that initially I was doing just any kind of job. I even did one on Chinese language. I was doing any kind of work. So it doesn't matter where you started from. What matter, just like I told you guys, you might not be perfect in one aspect. Maybe one aspect of your profile might not be perfect, but the others will cover you up until you are able to perfect that particular one. Okay. For you now that the other job, the reviews you have is in another niche, it doesn't matter. Just niche down to whatever you want to niche down to, change your niche to whatever you want to change it to, do your keyword mining, optimize all your both your portfolio section, title section, those ones that you can optimize it. Okay. And when you start getting jobs in your new niche, it's going to boost that particular part again. Um, can the introduction video be a slide of a freelance portfolio or pure video introduction? If I'm being honest with you, just do a video introduction, not a slide. Okay, do a video introduction. I've seen people using slide, but that thing doesn't do much for clients. Clients want to see the person they're approaching. If I do a video introduction, I'm sure there are jobs I like. One of this job I told you that is still in my interview pipeline that I'm supposed to interview for in September. Now, that job, when I applied for it, I added a video introduction. Why did I add a video introduction? Because that was a high level job. I know it was going to be very competitive. It was a chief of staff, CEO partner job role. So I had to do a video introduction. Now, the reason I did that video introduction was that I want the client to have a feel of my personality, the kind of person I am. When I'm talking, I'm a kind of person that I laugh so much, I smile so much, and when I'm talking to you, you have that feeling of someone you have known for a long time. And it's always capture my clients when I speak with them. So I want this client to have a feel of my personality. And it captured him. Okay, so your video introduction should be a video of you talking, should be a video of you expressing yourself, not a slide. Um, what kind of what kind of oh okay. Can we only verify when we have up to 35 connect? Yeah. Before you don't need a connect to verify before, but now Upwork has made it that you must have connect to verify. So yes, you use connect to verify. Please, how do I handle job invites that are not a fit? Cancel it, reject it. I reject invites a lot. If I open my invite history or whatever, you're going the other day I was looking at it, I was seeing about 40, I think 45 rejected invites. So I reject invites a lot. If it doesn't fit my ICP, I am not accepting it. So if I know someone that I'm sure can do the job, I will refer them for the job. But if I don't know, I will reject it. Okay, what else? What else? They're beautiful. Thank you. How do you open a client account? Okay. To open a client account is actually very easy. If I'm to advise you, just open a client account because it will help you see things from the client point of view. It's not hard. So when you go back, let me show you quickly. Okay, share. Let me know when you can see my screen, please. If you can see my screen, let me know, please. Okay, thank you. So when you go to, you can see where I'm clicking. Just here, click there, then go down. Okay, go to your settings, account settings, click on account settings. Then you see here where you have contact info. Just scroll down and you will see new client accounts. You can click on it and create a new client account. Okay, so that is how you create a client account. It's not really hard. All right, so back to our questions. Yeah, I can see that some persons are helping out with question answering questions here. Thank you so much. The person. Uh, how do we open a client? Okay, I've responded to that. Please, how do I handle job? Okay, done that. I've responded to that. How do you learn these skills? Please show more light. See, there are a lot of to learn skills is actually very easy now because almost everywhere you see coaches everywhere. You know, there are people coaching you for almost any skill you want to learn. So you can always pay for one and learn it. Now, one thing I've noticed that a lot of persons they don't want to pay to learn, which is not good. Pay and learn, invest in yourself. If I show you classes I've done, you will be so shocked. I pay for classes. I pay. Now, to me, it doesn't really matter the amount. As far as it's something I know that is going to add a lot of value to me, I will pay and learn. Okay. I don't like free classes because to me, I feel the person will not teach me all I need to know. So if paying you is going to make you give me everything I need to know, please, I'll pay. Uh, so you're welcome. Can I add product manager and project manager together on my profile? Yes, you can. See, the difference between product manager and project management and operations management. Now, a project manager is managing a specific project. Remember, projects have scope. Okay, and whatever they are doing is within that scope and it has timeline. So you are managing a project that has a timeline. It can be a 1 month project, it can be 1 year project, but what we know is that it has beginning and it has end. Now, operations management, you are managing business. Okay, it's similar to business management. You are managing business and business has no beginning, it has no end. So it's continuous management, but it's still the same mindset, it's still the same methodologies and everything. Now, product management is that you are managing a product, maybe product launch, maybe the lifespan of that product, the development of that product. So it's similar, all of they are the same thing. They're the same. So that is why somebody can be a project manager and a product manager. Someone can be project manager, operations manager. All of them are they are just the same thing that are doing different things. Okay. Uh, can you please talk on categories on Upwork? Okay, categories. It's not really something we'll start talking about now. Um, but one idea or one tip I'm going to give you guys is that if you're not sure of your category, screenshot the Upwork categories, take it to ChatGPT. Okay, under that same chat that you gave it your job title and everything, just paste the screenshot of that Upwork categories and ask it to tell you the one that best fits your niche. So it's going to do that for you. Okay. Uh Eunice, did I miss your question? I don't know. I can see where you're saying response to my question, but I don't know if I've attended to it. So one can open a client account with the same details. Yes, you can open a client account. Yes, for the person that have travel operations specialist, booking and itinerary management, you are good. You're good to go. Is it a must to add keywords in the education? You see that keyword? Eh? You should, if possible, put it everywhere because we are trying to rank for that keyword. You see, when we searched for um freelancers using clients account, you see the way it was highlighting that keywords at every um part of your profile where that keyword appeared. So if you like, put it in your description, put it in portfolio section, put it in employment history, let it appear everywhere. It's very important. Okay. Do you do project management training? No, but I have someone who is very good in project management training. Um, Okay, you know what you'll do? Send me a message on LinkedIn and I will refer you to her. Okay. Send me a message on I'm going to add my LinkedIn what is it called? My LinkedIn. Okay. I can as well share my screen so that you guys can see my LinkedIn and maybe jump there. So just send me a message on LinkedIn and I will refer to the project management um person. She's very good at it. Okay, so that's me on LinkedIn. So you can search for me and send me a message and I will send you the project management training. How do I write and structure a proposal that can actually convert? My dear, just like I say, proposal writing is a whole different topic. Even people in my community, I'm supposed to do a proposal writing class for them. I will still find time to do that for them because it's a whole different topic on its own. So Um, how do I write and structure it? Okay, I've done that. How are you going? How are you good in operations management? And what makes you better? Uh, See, everybody and this. Um, Telling you how I'm good in operations management is more like me becoming an operations management coach. And I don't want to do that yet because I can't really come and tell you that, okay, see what I'm doing that makes my clients like me and refer me. In fact, a lot of jobs I'm doing, um, most times my clients are asking me, do you have more capacity to take on another person? Because they're always talking about me to their, fellow, all these white people now. They have this entrepreneurial spirit and they have friends who have businesses and they're always speaking about Emanuela and they want to refer Emanuela to their friend to work for their friend. And my dear, I can't work for everybody. I don't have capacity. My hands are full at the moment. So maybe tomorrow if I decide to start coaching people on my niche, I will be able to expose all those my secrets. Right now we are talking about work. Mm, this is where I have been so confused on what to optimize for. I optimized for Kajabi recently, but it's not working. No improvement on my account. So I'm confused. Should I do WordPress or Kajabi? You should not be confused. See, you can optimize for anything. You just need to be sure that you're an expert in whatever you're optimizing for. At the end of the day, it's how you positioned yourself. But those prompts that I was talking about, okay, if you use it to optimize and you do everything I taught you in this training, believe you me, you will come back with your testimony. So don't get confused. Please, can you send us the prompts? Um, Okay, I'm promising you guys because this evening is already late, but tomorrow I'm going to be sending out an email. For people in my community, it's already easy for them. I'll just drop the prompts in the group. But for every other person, when you signed up for this training, your email is in that platform you signed up in. So I'll send out email tomorrow with the prompt, the link to the prompt, and maybe the link to the community for people that wants to join. Okay. Or another thing I can do, to save myself stress is I'm going to add the link to the prompts to the description of this live chat. So to the description of this live. So I'll add the link to the community is already there. So I'll just add the link to the prompt as well. Okay. Should we use the same name while creating client accounts? You can use the same name, but if I'm to advise you, you can just come up with a business name and use it. Okay, because you are trying to, as a client, you are trying to show up like a business, not really an individual. Um, Hello, I'm an automation specialist and the customer support. How do I optimize? You can be an AI, you can be an automation specialist for customer um engagements. Maybe if I don't know how to put it, but then you automate customer service systems, things like that. So just speak to AI is going using those prompts I gave you, just speak to AI is going to help you with your positioning. Okay. Okay. For every other person that have the same kind of question, you can please can you explain how a top rated badge doesn't mean you must have. So to get top rated badge, you need to have completed I think one project on Upwork, and you need to have earned at least $1,000 on Upwork. And you must have gotten a job success score at least 90% job success score. I think that those are the requirements. But you can still check to see that. Just go to Upwork. You see here where you have stats and trends. You open it up, then you scroll down. Um, where is this thing? Where is this thing? Top rated. Okay, it doesn't appear for me again. I think I've hit the maximum. But you can check through your phone. Okay, when you go to your stats and whatever in your phone, you're going to when you come to this same place and just scroll down where you have the badges, you are going to see the requirement for any badge you are targeting. Okay. Um, you're welcome. Go and optimize. You're going to be having impressions soon. For the person that says she opened her account 2 years ago and have never had impression views on or invites. How do you get the dollar when paid? You open a dollar account. Let me see. I want to round up this class highest at 7:30 because we have spent a lot of time here. I'm just jumping questions. I'm looking at the important ones that will add value to everyone. Should I still maintain my virtual assistant profiles against changing it completely? It all depends on you. If you still want to position as a virtual assistant, you do it. Okay. You just need to reposition very well as a virtual assistant. I have taught you guys how to do the optimization. Okay. Uh, how do we get the prompts? Okay, I've answered that. What of those of us that joined through the WhatsApp link that was shared by a friend? I didn't sign up. Ah, okay. For those ones that joined through the WhatsApp link, um, okay, you can tell the friend to, or you reach out to the person that you joined through. Okay. What am I going to do now? Just chat me up on LinkedIn. I think that is the easiest way for you to reach me. Chat me up on LinkedIn. Okay. Maybe from there we'll see. At least my assistant is going to be busy on my LinkedIn for the next few days. So whoever sends message is going to be getting a response fast. Uh, okay, regarding the rates, what do you have to say to bigger or high ticket clients who might be looking at the price of your previous executive? So now this is what I do. I am not desperate. Okay. At every point in time, I know what my services are worth. And if I tell you price and you're not good with it, go and look for another freelancer. Okay. But for somebody that is just starting that still needs clients, you might consider them. But it gets to a point where you have to be very strict with your price, your rates. It gets to a point where you have to be. Because at this point in time, if you're not willing to pay whatever rates I am offering, I can't work for you. I'd rather like onboard another client. If you're not interested, someone else is interested. So, but if you are still in need of clients, then you have to accept whatever they're offering you. Must it compulsory to 10 portfolio? Yes, have up to 10. Portfolio is very important. It boosts your profile ranking a lot. If you can have more than 10 self, it's very good. The more the better. Portfolio creation. How do I create portfolio on Upwork? Do I need to use any tool? You don't need any tool. You can already once you go on Upwork, you will see create portfolio. If you click on it, it's just self explanatory. You'll just be following whatever they ask you to fill in. You'll just be filling it. But the only thing you need is make sure your screenshots or videos or PDFs are ready so that you will just upload it when you get to that point. Please, I'm having issue verifying my account. How do I can I do verification with NIN slips? Now, if you don't have international passport, I always advise if you're serious about freelancing, get your international passport. But if you don't have, you can go to those people that used to do ID card, give them your name. Okay, they are going to do plastic name for you. Then use it and verify. Some people say this it works for them. I didn't verify with name, but then it works for others. That means it will work for you. But using the name slip doesn't work. That paper one doesn't work. You need to do it like ID card. How do I verify a client that they are real? That is a different class on its own. You see, okay, there's a class I did for people in my community. Is recorded. If you join my community, you are going to be having access to it. Now, that class I explained to them also how to know the kind of jobs to apply to and the ones not to apply to. Okay, it's using Upwork mobile app. Okay, yes, it's okay. I use Upwork mobile app. How will I get the dollar when paid? You open a dollar account. Okay, if you're in Nigeria, you can open gig pay account. I think that realness, that is their name now. You can open clever. There is gray. There's a lot of them. So you just open one of them, okay? Or you can even go to bank and open your normal USD domiciliary account and put it on Upwork. There is always a lot of options. I opened a client account, searched my niche, and my freelance account is on first page. Yes. Now that is where optimizing comes up. Now, a lot of person, when I was teaching you how to optimize after we did our keyword mining, I told you guys that it's not about mining keywords and using keywords. Does this speak to your client's needs? Because the client will read your profile description, and if it doesn't speak to them and the problem they have, they will leave and go to another person. And I told you how clients will read my profile description. They will send me a message or send me an offer and tell me that I just read your profile. It seems you will be able to do what I want, and I'll get the job. So it means if they are coming to your profile but they are not hiring you, if your profile is showing on page one and you are not getting invites, it means your profile is not speaking to the client's need. You are just optimized well with your keyword ranking is good, but then the whole language and everything is not speaking what it should be. Yeah, just chat me. For the people that say they're interested in project management, just chat me on LinkedIn, or let me search her on LinkedIn. You might as well just go to her. She's really good in project management, and I think she's running a this thing. She's about to run a class, or she's already running a class on project management. Yeah, so this is her. This is her. She's good in project management, so you can reach out to her. I think she's more active on TikTok, but she's very good in project management. Um, I opened a client account, set my okay, what else can I do more? You cannot use your voter's card to you can't use your PVC to verify your Upwork. Okay. Can I add more to my portfolio after optimizing? Yes, you can add more to your portfolio, but make sure it's something that has to do with the niche you are trying to specialize in. Okay, you are not doing any major change. You can add more to your portfolio after optimizing. Oh, someone said she was able to verify with voters card. Oh, guys, you might try it out. Anything, can try it out. Yeah, if you're in the same niche as mine, just use those prompts. prompt your AI very well. It's going to help you with the description and everything, and you are good to go. Okay. I have a portfolio I created on Gamma where my screenshots are in a Google Drive. Can I use this? Ah, nope, no, don't use it. If you are talking about your portfolio section, you need to create different portfolio for different services you are offering. Okay, not just one portfolio. Okay, so you see the way I uploaded screenshots and PDFs and all, you do it the same way. Then if it's introduction video you're talking about, you have to do a real video of yourself and not presentation. You're a social media manager and you also do Facebook ads. Yes, you can optimize both because Facebook is social media, right? Facebook ads is just like running social media ads. So you're a social media manager and you also run Facebook ads. You can optimize for both. Okay, they're related. The skill sets are related. Okay, let me see the last few questions. Let me check my community and see if my guys have some questions. Um, okay, okay. So no questions from my community. We are good to go. All right, guys. I'm glad we are able to do justice to this class. I was really worried that we will not be able to cover up everything about optimizing because and that is why I ended up not doing my own optimization live because I said that if I should start optimizing, that means we'll spend the whole night here. Yes, we will not be able to do it. Optimizing takes time. Okay. On few occasions that I have optimized, I spend the whole day on it because there are a lot of things to be done. So thank you so much. It was glad I'm so happy doing this. I feel happy and I feel fulfilled and I'm glad that a lot of you got value for your time. Yeah, and hopefully we'll do something like this sometime soon. I know I promised people in my community we might do something about LinkedIn, getting clients on LinkedIn, and I still owe them a class on proposal writing. Although I shared some proposal templates with them, but then a lot has changed. Just like I said, Upwork is changing everything. As far as it has to do with tech, things are changing every day. So we need to also upskill or change as things are changing. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day. Where I am is almost night. So for people in my time zone, have a good evening. For people in other time zone, have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night.